players. This time, I think we might end up with it only being me. So if you feel like joining in, just give me a ping on Discord and I'll send you a link. But yeah, let's do this. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit different show from usual. Just gonna be me today, unless someone joins. But there's plenty of news to go through, and I really wanted to deep dive into specifically the cloud gaming stuff today. So yeah, welcome, and let's get going. Before we go into the news, just wanted to say, well, first of all, welcome to everyone, and also tell you a little bit what I've been playing and what's going on. I've been playing mostly Baldur's Gate, a little bit of FIFA on my phone, surprisingly enough. Or, sorry, not FIFA, FC24, sorry, EA. And yeah, that's mainly been it. And let's bring up a little thing that I wanted to show you guys. So, first of all, on Saturday, I will be at the Free League Publishing gaming convention thing. I remember the name for it. Game Congress, I think. It's basically a event for the game Dragonbane. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Dr. Funtime. Welcome. So yeah, it's basically a thing for Dragonbane, the role-playing game that I've been streaming with SPG, Ray, and Callie Dravos and David Wilson. And really, it's just a full day convention thing for that, which is gonna be really cool. So hoping to do some vlogging for that while I'm there. But the thing I really wanted to show you guys is what's happening on Tuesday, which is this thing. I'm one of several who will stream during Tuesday and will be doing a shared stream. Because you see, on October 10th, next week, Tuesday next week, is the World Health Organization's World Mental Health Day. So for that, I have invited people to stream with me. So throughout the day, people will stream whenever they can, how much they can and feel like. And while we do, we will all encourage people to donate money to the Tim Berling Foundation, which is a mental health organization founded by Avicii's parents after he died, because he had several years of struggles with mental health leading up to that. So this, so they fund hotlines. They, I think they've built some music studios for youths to get people off the streets and like teenagers off the streets and away from criminals and into expressing themselves through music and working with their own mental health that way, and also funding some research and other things globally as well as here in Sweden. So we'll be fundraising for that. I will be doing a live stream from 9 p.m. and play Assassin's Creed Mirage. I will be saving it. I have access right now, but I'm saving it until Tuesday next week, where we'll play together. And there will be some giveaways if you donate to any stream participating, mine or Ninja AX's or N7's or I think Rockwood gonna stream as well, and there's gonna be a couple of us. If you donate to any stream participating in the event, it's the same Tiltify campaign. So if you donate to that, you're in the running for some giveaways. It seems like I'll be able to give away a copy of Assassin's Creed Mirage. I will be able to give away 2 copies of Paw Patrol World, 3 months of GeForce Now Priority, possibly even the Crew Motorsport, and some other games as well. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. That's Tuesday next week. Don't miss that. But with that, what happened to the music? Hang on. Ew, I stop the playlist. There we go. But yeah, let's dive into some news, shall we? See, I've always been in the movie guy coming from the. Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff in the video game industry right now. That is very unfortunate, but yes. But we'll go through it. We'll start with some boring and sad stuff and annoying stuff where you get angry at the video game industry. But we'll go from there into some more happier news. So now let's do that one. The usual. There we go. First of all, after years after the Me Too movement started, and especially Ubisoft was in the hot seat over there for quite a while regarding that. So 5 former Ubisoft executives have been arrested now after sexual harassment investigations, which is good. 3 of them were arrested yesterday, with another 2 placed in custody today. And among those arrested are the former chief creative officer, the VP of editorial and creative services, and obviously 3 others. So yeah, it's they seem to be facing some comeuppance. I think it's a good word. But these have been fired from Ubisoft a couple of years ago, but now they're also being arrested based on the things they committed while working at Ubisoft. So that is good. We're finally seeing some proper fallout for these people who very much deserve it from the source that's been out there. Evening, Neil. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying Baldur's Gate. I know you are. So am I. Neil's been DMing me over the week about Baldur's Gate, and it's been having a lot of fun discussions about that. Moving on to some other fun news. Stray Gods, one of my favorite games this year, a game that I really wish a lot of you will get a chance to play, because it's really, really good. It's basically a role-playing musical. It's a musical where you make decisions throughout the game, in the middle of the songs, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And it's like an incredible story, amazingly voice acted, fantastic songs, and it's just insanely good. It's won the Game of the Year at the Australian Game Developer Awards. So this is Game of the Year amongst games that have been, I think, mainly developed in Australia, which this game has, Australia and the US, to my knowledge. Melbourne-based Playside Studios. And Moving Out 2 has also won an award as well. So the Australians are celebrating their video game industry, which is a good thing. And yeah, Stray Gods is just incredible. So I'm very happy that it's won. Yes, I've played my fair share of Baldur's Gate on my phone as well. Hello there, Rock.
Well, hello to you, my friend. I wasn't intending to come on, but I was wandering past and I thought, he's on his own, bless him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Things just ended up that way. I think I've asked a lot of people. I didn't ask everyone that I usually ask, because I feel some of them, they've been on for weeks on end now. They deserve the break. But no one else answered. Or the answer that was like, I can't, I'm unavailable.
Oh, what are people like? I couldn't just
walk
walk past and leave you on your, like a damsel in distress.
It's not that bad, is it?
No, not at all. Mate, you can absolutely carry it. I thought you probably would.
Talk for ages.
You might want a breather from time to time.
I mean, you know how it is. I mean, you've been doing shows on your 2-hour shows on your own several times as well, so you know how it is.
Yes, indeed.
You can. You usually end up being able to talk for ages, and I'm not quite at your level.
It's the hardest thing in the world to be on a show with someone else when you're used to talking consistently and shutting up.
Yeah, it really is. Like some weeks I need to pinch myself, stop talking now, let the others talk.
Yeah.
It's just the way of being a creative.
That's the way it goes, isn't it? How are you, my friend? Anyway, how are you keeping?
Good. Yeah, I'm good. It's been quite a lot happening with a lot of things at work, a lot of things at home. So it's been busy. Not much time for gaming or creating, but
No.
it comes and goes. So
Yeah, same. I've dipped into the odd game. I played a little bit of Mirage today, and actually Immortals of Avium as well, which I got today. I'm looking forward to playing a bit more of that. But you're right, though. I'm spending more time just video creating and business stuff at the moment, I guess.
Yeah, I realize it's a lot of things like this. Like it goes in waves. At least for me, I'm guessing it does for you as well. Like you'll have like a couple of weeks where you just like pour everything into the creative side, and then it's just, and then you start gaming instead, and then you fall out of that, and just it's something else comes up, and then you go back. Like it just comes and goes.
It's hard, isn't it? I mean, poor us. But actually, I think the thing is, if like you and I, because I think we're both in the same place, we've got so many interests, and there's so many, just in gaming alone, so many things we want to experiment with and try and explore and do different kinds of shows and different kinds of content. The problem is, that's a bit self-indulgent, because most of our audience, like, you know what, we just liked what you do. Just keep doing the same stuff, please. We don't want shows on coffee and everything else. And
I mean, I've realized that, especially on the reaction channel. Like whenever I do like a reaction to like a metal song or something, it's like there will be like 200 or 300 people showing up and watching them and being like, and some of them commenting and being people I recognize from the other videos. But like, if I do a Taylor Swift one, it's like night and day.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
And I mean, they came for that, and that's what they're there for, and I get that. But I want to do more stuff.
Yeah, I know. That for me is the most difficult thing, because I've been doing the whole Starfield, but the whole movie review thing, and they take so much work and so much effort. But
they're so good though.
Well, yeah, but I'm also mindful that my loyal traditional base, the people that have enjoyed the stuff that I've done to date, may not enjoy it as much, and it's a difficult balance, because at one time I want to continue to deliver for them. Been there since day one, and they're really important to me, my members and my subscribers. On the other hand, you kind of feel like you want to be pushing out and experimenting and evolving, and seeing some of it work, some of it don't.
Definitely. I know it's especially like you always want to evolve as a creative, because I mean, at least for me, this is my creative outlet. So it's like doing this is what I like.
Yeah.
Like it's my if I just keep doing the same thing, it's no longer a creative outlet.
Yeah.
So I need to keep doing new stuff.
Exactly.
But when you do, suddenly like it's like you end up being.
We're facing away from each other. There we go. That's better.
Yeah,
no, you're right. You're absolutely right. And having because I think if you are a content creator who has hit the content and the delivery of that content that is hugely successful for them, then there's a risk of doing anything different. So what they tend to do, as you did, is they'll go off and set up a separate channel to try the different stuff and see how it works. But with us,
for some things it makes sense.
Yeah. Wait, absolutely.
Some things doesn't.
No. But I think when you're a small creator like us, you are constantly looking for, maybe this is something that people would get more interest in. Is Reaver the Beaver wishing to come on the show? I ask myself.
I think so.
It would be fun to have him on.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever physically met Mr. Ryan the Beaver. I'd love for him to join.
Yeah.
That would be absolutely cool.
You have a link in Discord, my friend.
Le Discord. But family good, my friend?
Oh, yeah.
Life in Sweden. You've got a lot of gang issues with Turks at the moment in Sweden, haven't you?
Yeah, there's a bit of...
with rival Turkish gangs.
And to my knowledge, I've been mainly staying away from those news, because it's... I mean, you don't want to... It's one of the, I know it's happening. I just don't want to look into it.
I know.
It's just, yeah.
I know.
But
a lot of
to my understanding, it's a single gang, like criminal gang.
Were they
that
split
then
up?
Split into two.
Yeah.
And
So
then
you had
now they're
the
like
one guy who's actually living in Turkey right now, the main man.
Yeah.
And then his
both
kind of
main
right hand
guys
guy
are.
who's in Sweden. I guess he's in Stockholm. I'm not sure. And they've decided to go at it with their two gangs, and it's all over guns and drugs.
Yeah, it's like it feels like it's been daily killings. In
Oh, there've been
the
more
years of
killings
last
than
2
ever.
weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's insane.
I think the government have even pulled in the armed forces, haven't they, to get a bit of support and stuff
I think
as
they
well.
were at least talking about it. I don't know if they have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I keep my ear to the ground on all
yeah.
things international, my
And
friend.
then I mean, a couple of months before that, we had the whole like it was some sort of political incident in some. Like, I don't remember the details. It was something silly. I think at the core, but I mean that ended up with a lot of the like a lot of Middle Eastern nations being very upset with us. It was like, I think it was the fact that we didn't send a guy to prison who was burning Qurans as a demonstration thing.
Right, okay.
Which is like, it's technically allowed. It's just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And due to that technicality, we couldn't send him to prison for it.
Right,
and,
okay.
People got really upset, and there were like threats of bombings and things.
Yeah.
Nothing came out of it except a lot of angry people. But yeah, it's a whole mess.
Oh, look at that. He's on the FM.
It's on the FM. Let's see if we get some. Can we get some videos? Well, maybe River or
River. That's
I do in the meantime. There we go.
fly. Here he is, Ryan. How are
What's
you,
that?
dude? What's up?
Okay.
What's up, Ryan? Oh, look,
There we
there
go.
he
Doing
is.
good.
Wow.
How you doing?
Look at that. You've got a tic tac in your ear, my friend.
Good to see me for the first time.
How are you,
man.
dude? Great to see you. Great to see you.
Doing good, Rock.
You
Doing
don't
good, Bjorn.
you don't stream very much, not on camera, do you? Oh, he's frozen. Look at that. It was a brief but glorious. Oh, he's back. No, he's now upside down. No, we can't. You seem to be on your
you've upset
side.
Miss Phoenix.
Yeah, now you've done it. He doesn't look like a beaver. Well, I don't know what beavers look like in Ryan's part of the world. There he is. He's back again. There you go. Look at that. He's flicked himself back in a nice way.
I feel like we were very close to a joke about flicking your beaver there, but
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't want to go there, mate. You
Yeah.
were two
I'm on
steps
my
ahead.
iPad right now.
I think he's taken us on a 180-degree kind of travel around
Yeah, I
his
think
room.
so.
Yeah, look at that. Are you
See,
with
it-
us yet, Ryan? Have you gathered your skirts yet, mate? You seem to be... There he is. How's it going, brother? This is going to be an interesting... Can you hear us? Hello.
or is the connection breaking up?
I don't know.
His iPad stinks.
It was...
I mean, of course it does. It's an Apple product.
Schnurd.
From the. Oh, let me switch.
Schnurd.
I can't hear you, man.
That's so good.
Breaking up.
That's what happened to Steve Austin. You don't know who Steve Austin is, do you, Bjorn?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
it's such a shame, mate. It's not even cultural as age. That's the thing. It's not even a cultural... Because Steve Austin was massive. There's two Steve Austins in the world. One of them was a wrestler, which probably more the younger folk will know. But the other one that I know was played by Lee Majors, and Steve Austin was the $6 million man. Oh, I loved 6 million. He's gone. He's going to switch back to his computer, apparently.
Yeah,
That's good.
we'll have him on. soon.
Yeah, that's good. Well, there you go. What a bonus we got. We got to
Yeah.
meet the beaver for the
We're
first
gonna meet
time
him
ever.
properly soon.
Yeah. So listen, when I rudely interrupted you, how far had you got into the...
I got into the second news story, so not very far at all.
What was the first one?
The five former executives at Ubisoft who were forced to leave over sexual harassment allegations have now been arrested after the investigation.
Wow.
So, including
Wow.
like the creative second in command after the CEO, like the main issue guy,
Crikey.
seemingly, according to the source that I remember.
I have a big old bee in my bonnet over Ubisoft, mate. You know this. They turned me down multiple times I wanted to promote their content, and multiple times they said I wasn't special enough.
And we pulled so many different threads to try to like get
know.
you in front of the right people. But
I know
not
you
happy
got
with
you
that.
got me and put me in touch with your kind of European connections and stuff.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, the Nordic guy. Please get the UK guy to talk to this guy. I was like, and it was like, send him an email, and then nothing came out
yeah.
of it.
No, it never happened,
Yeah.
but it's all good. I did it actually. I resubscribed to Ubisoft Plus,
Yeah,
and I've been playing a bit of Mirage today. Which
yeah, I'm saving it for Tuesday.
are you?
I'm gonna do a first look for the charity stream.
Oh yes, of course, perfect.
Which is like, I mean, it's my fingers are itching. I want to try it like tonight, but I shouldn't because I should go to bed.
It's
after this,
Assassin's Creed. I mean, no disrespect. You know what
love
Assassin's
it.
Creed. Yeah, exactly. I love it. I love it as well. And
Yeah, I'm a
actually,
big
it's really
fan
good.
of it.
Yeah, yeah. It's good. It's old school Assassin's Creed as well. So I think
Yeah, I'm
you'll
really
enjoy
keen to-
that.
Like, how do you feel it holds up? Because I mean, the old school Assassin's Creed is old school, and I think a lot of people look at it through like a bit rose-tinted eyes.
Yes.
But at the same time, I can see it working as well.
Yes. See, I'm a latecomer to the franchise because I really only got on board with Origins and then
Yeah.
Odyssey and then obviously Valhalla. So for me, that's the AC that I really like. But a lot of people were saying, "Oh no, it was miles, like you've said, rose-tinted glasses. It was miles better in the old days and stuff." And I was nervous when they said they were going to kind of harken back to the old times of AC, that it may not be what I would enjoy. But I have to say, so far I am enjoying it. Lots of stealthy stuff. I mean, I'm only about a couple of hours in, I reckon, mainly still in the tutorial part.
Yeah.
And it's very, it's sort of go and steal, pickpocket and stealth your way around the building to grab the key and all that stuff, which may or may not be to everybody's tastes. There he is. He's come back. He's come back with a green screen and everything. Look at him. Look.
Oh, so fancy.
Wow.
I haven't used my green screen in like a year.
I know. Ryan, how are you, brother? It's good to see you, my friend.
I'm doing good, Rock. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm very good. I'm all the better for seeing you, brother. First time ever. Look at you, handsome dude. You got a.
Thank
I'd say married life is treating you well, mate.
Yeah.
So, Ryan, what have you been playing? Have you been playing anything today at all?
I've been playing some Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
There you go. Because you do like,
getting
you do
ready
like
for
a bit of
Mirage, right?
Valhalla, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I've
Yeah.
been playing some Baldur's Gate 3 too.
Okay. Are you going to play Mirage? Are you going to give that
Yes.
a go? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it for my birthday.
Oh, nice. How long
Next
have you got to
month,
wait?
yeah, nice.
Next month. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, unless you win
November.
it on Tuesday.
Yeah,
You never
that's
know.
true.
Oh, you're giving it away on your
Yeah.
stream.
Oh,
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, wow.
Because the thing is,
right, Bjorn.
I've talked to Ubisoft. They were gonna give me a key to give away.
Yeah.
And then I also realized I could claim a key from the Ubisoft program, but I also have Ubisoft Plus, so I don't really need it. But
Yeah.
then it's like a special, like it's a like forever beta key thing. So I was like, can I give that away? So I've asked them if I can give that away
Yeah.
too, and I haven't heard back yet. So we'll see.
I mean, but what's going to happen if you give it away? You just go, I'm really
The thing is, I
sorry.
think
I won't do it
like,
again.
Had it been a normal key, I think like, it's more like a like. Had it been a normal key, it would have like.
It wouldn't have been an issue.
Had any idea at
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
But since
yeah,
it is
yeah.
like one of these special like beta.
Well, I'm not being
testing keys,
funny, Ryan. Bjorn,
Could
if
be-
anybody's going to win it, it's going to be Ryan. He's got.
Yeah.
He knows his way
Definitely.
around giveaways like nobody I know. So
I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of Assassin's Creed.
yeah, yeah. We were just saying the because they've kind of gone more old school with Mirage
Yeah.
than
Yeah, that's what I saw. I
yeah.
thought when Ben was streaming it.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm enjoying it from what I've played so far. I had some issues initially. This is actually worth saying. Actually, on GeForce Now, I was getting a little bit of stuttering, and it was forcing me to log into Ubisoft every time I went in. And what I discovered, little tip for those who've got GeForce Now: disconnect your account at both ends. So disconnect it at Ubisoft and disconnect it at GeForce Now so that it's not connected, and then reconnect it again, and that cured everything. And it's been absolutely
right,
fine
yeah.
now. I've been able to log in without having to, just fire the game up without having to log in, and the stream's been perfect. So yeah, that's my big tip on that front, I'd say. But yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
The only weird thing is, and again, I don't know if it's just because I've got HDR on the telly, but it's very beige. it's like next to no colour. It's just all beige.
There is a setting for that, though. I remember reading.
There is that you can go to what they call it the
mode.
iconic colour scheme,
iconic
like a LUT, but that makes it really blue. Like the whole thing is blue.
Yeah,
I tried it. It's not.
The original Assassin's Creed had this thing, and I think the second one to some extent as well.
Yeah.
Had this thing where the color palette was basically shades of grey.
Really?
In general, there was still the correct colors of things, but then they had this like grey tone to it, everything.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Which was like an artistic choice. So it's like that setting is supposed to be a throwback to that, but it's completely optional.
Yeah.
And I mean, at the end of the day, you are in like parts of the world that is a lot of sand and brownstone.
Yeah, I know. I do get that.
So
I do
of that
get
is
that
from that, of course, because I felt Origins was the same thing.
I think
the
to be honest, I think in my case, it's just the way my TV handles the HDR from GeForce Now.
Yeah, I suppose that could do it.
And I've turned it off in the past because it's either too dark or it's not very colourful. But on the monitor, when I played it on the monitor earlier, it was perfect. So it's more my TV than anything.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's good. I enjoy it. Be giving it better. But the same as Ryan, I've still got a load of Baldur's Gate left. Hogwarts and Starfield.
I'm not even
I still gotta get into Hogwarts.
Have you got it?
Yeah, Crystal's got on the Xbox.
There you go. It's a great game.
It's great.
Yeah, it really is a great game.
And I'm not done with any of those games you just listed.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk as well.
Yes. Yeah, I've got Phantom Liberty. I can't even look
same.
at that.
I just when I was in Ohio for my sister's wedding, I actually bought Phantom Liberty.
Did you?
Yeah, for my phone.
And see, you've got that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is the trouble, isn't it?
And the thing is, I
Backlogs are
don't even
real.
have a save on Cyberpunk. Like, I played half of Cyberpunk on Stadia, and then I never backed up my save before they closed.
Oh no!
So I got to start over.
Out of the loop.
Yeah, I had to do that as well. Though.
Which is like, I don't remember any of the game at this point.
No.
Almost, like any of the mechanics. I want to start over, but at the same time, like it's such a daunting task.
I know. I looked at it as an opportunity because I'd originally chosen not the commercial, corporate. And I just kind of didn't feel actually having chosen it was the right choice. So when I came back to it on PC after Stadia, I went with a different class. And it's to be fair, I've enjoyed it more second time around. So funny you should say that actually, because the next one in the series of videos that I'm doing, the movie reviews, is going to be Cyberpunk. So
nice.
And I've already written the script, and it's what it does. So you know what I've been trying to do without being too promotional here? I've been trying to kind of backstory the games. So with Baldur's Gate, I've tied it with the kind of Viking heritage and where those stories have come from in the history. And with Starfield, I kind of went back to what happened with the Earth and how it got to the point where they were. With Cyberpunk, I've gone back to the origins of the genre. So Philip K. Dick and William Gibson, and the whole kind of why the dystopian future was written at that point, and then how that affected or how that's handled within the game itself. So I've got the script. I just have to do the video now.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, script is. I think in general, I think scripts is almost, at least for scripted videos like that, I would say that's like a third of the work.
It's a big chunk of work.
And then the recording is like a 1%, and then you have the rest is editing.
Well, I was going to do one on funnily enough, on Assassin's Creed, because it's the 15th anniversary, and I thought, actually, it'd be really cool to do one across the whole 15, but I couldn't find enough original video material to do a cinematic. So I decided I may do it in the future, but I like to. What I'm trying to do with that series of videos is come up with a cinematic that isn't made up of actual game footage. So like with the Vikings and with the nuclear war in Starfield. So that I want people to come to it and think, hang on, this isn't in the game. What's this? And that kind of draws them in. So with Cyberpunk, it's just masses of material out there. I mean, from Blade Runner, from some 1960s stuff, interviews of the authors and things. So should be issue. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam. Bless you. Bless you.
No, but yeah, I especially Baldur's Gate is. I mean, I know I'm gonna play that game 4 times at least.
Are you?
And I'm definitely.
And you can do it 4 times in a completely different experience.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm not even done with my first playthrough, and that playthrough I missed 90% of the content in Act 2.
Neither am I.
Whereabouts have you got to in your first playthrough?
So I'm at Baldur's Gate, the city. And
I haven't got there yet. I can't find. When you're in the castle and there's a guy who you've got to find, and he's down in the basement, and I've been running around now for running around for days. I can't find him. I found him. I had a bit of a battle with him, and then he shot off, and now I can't find him again.
I went to like a mausoleum and had a whole in search of a thing, and then that triggered like the next phase of the story, which basically made everyone I didn't save in that tower die.
Oh no!
So that guy you're talking about, he died.
Oh right, okay.
I also didn't get to him. So like that whole segment of the game I just missed.
I would like it if he was dead. I want to move on. I'm fed up with being in the same area.
I've like the entire Keith Crash I just never went to at all.
So much.
Like the Underdark, I went down. I was like, it's kind of dark down here. I'm kind of out of level. I should do some other stuff. I come back, and then I just never came back.
Yeah.
So
I might just leave him and go on to Baldur's Gate. I might just
like the city itself is. It's like a whole different game almost. Like it's insanely big, and there's so much to do.
Wow.
Like, I feel like the first 2 acts, they have some slower areas in between. Like you do your thing, and then you walk a little bit to the next place. This place is just chock full of content.
Wow.
Everywhere there's content. It's insane.
How far have you got, Ryan, in Baldur's Gate?
Of course, I'm still in Act 1.
Yeah, I understand it.
A lot of people still are.
You can easily be in
stuck on Emerald Grove. I just got murdering like all the druids. A whole war broke out there with between the tieflings and the druids.
It's just massive. It's massive.
And like that grove itself, I've heard. Like I've seen TikTok clips and YouTube videos of people describing their experiences with that thing, and I think I've heard like 10 completely different outcomes and like events going on down there. It's like,
wow,
you could do it that way, really?
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, because I think I'm gonna get so far into the game. Same with Starfield as well. I was watching a video earlier about this guy was talking about setting up a base, which I haven't done yet because the game hasn't said to me, you need to do this and this is why. And yet when you watch these videos, you go, oh, right, okay, that actually makes sense to do that. And it's like, well, if the game doesn't kind of give you a clue as to why you should do this, why would you do it? There's just so much to this stuff.
Yeah, no,
do you think, Bjorn, how much of this do you think is down to, there was just a little while ago after Destiny, there was this whole thing about, what we should be doing, these kind of living games, these games that just never end, that, that we just basically create a franchise and you just play that thing like Destiny every day forever, and we'll just keep throwing content. I mean, how much do you think something like Starfield, for example, is an attempt at that, rather than just here's a massive game and next week we're coming out with something else?
I think that Starfield specifically, I think they're trying to do, like at least commercially, trying to do a Skyrim 2.0.
Okay.
As in Skyrim as the game, like Skyrim itself hasn't changed in 10 years. It got like 2 DLCs adding, or 3 DLCs, 2 of them adding actual content. And then basically nothing.
Yeah.
but the modders have kept that game alive for the entire time. And I think they're hoping that Starfield will have the same thing. Like they've built all of these baseline systems. They have a lot of content in the game that you can do, and a lot of area in the world to create content on. And then they'll be like, modders, they're like, do you love the game enough to keep it alive for another 10 years? And I think they will.
Yeah.
Whereas I think in the case of Baldur's Gate, I think it's more of a case of like Larian being insane and deciding to be like, oh, like for every single thing in the, like, you know, whenever they made, and then this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then they sat down and like, all right, so if this happens, what are all the possible ways people will try to solve this? And then let's make sure that we account for all of them and then some, and then do that for every single thing, and then make sure that everything is connected. Like, I don't understand how they did it. Like the flow charts of how things connect in that, it must be like spider webs.
Insanely huge. Yeah.
Yeah. So for like that game will be alive for 10 years for that reason alone.
Yeah.
Like, there will be people playing the game for over 1,000 hours and still find new things. Even that, I mean, at that point it will be details.
Do we have any idea how much they've sold? I mean, in terms of value.
I think we know the numbers for early access. So before the game was even released, it sold 2.5 million copies on PC.
Wow.
And then
so that's somewhere around $25 million probably.
Yeah.
At $10 a piece.
Or, no, hang on. It's $60 a piece in early access.
It's $60, but they don't get all of that, right? I mean, 30% goes to
like
Steam
40.
or Epic, and then
So
there's
let's say
distribution
30,
costs, marketing costs, etc.
So just shy of $100 million. From
I mean, in terms of pure turnover, right. 2.5 times 60, but obviously out of that, there's the whole chunk of third party.
30.
Yeah.
Then, with 30, they would get around. Yeah.
They've at least sold that again since, haven't they?
I think they've probably sold 5 to 10 million on PC, something like that on PlayStation as well.
Crazy, isn't it? I know there's been something like 900,000 concurrent playings on Steam.
Yeah, that was a peak.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at what it's right now.
Yeah, I mean it's phenomenal, really, and not so much because it's not a game that I would normally play, and in fact I struggled with the early access game, even when I played it with you and William and Ray and so on. But what I love is that there are people like you that are passionate about this, and it's been so successful. So it's guaranteeing the genre for you moving forward. You know, you're going to see a mass of similar kinds of content.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, this game released 2 months ago on Steam, and the concurrent plays right now on Steam is still 200,000.
That's still pretty huge, though, isn't it? I mean, that's not insignificant.
I think.
Oops.
Hello.
Hello.
Look at the
It's me.
charts. Concurrent Steam users. Yeah. So it's currently at number 3 of the most played games on Steam right now.
Wow.
Just shy of Counter-Strike 2 and Dota 2.
That's huge.
So more people are playing Baldur's Gate 3 than Cyberpunk right now, and Cyberpunk just had a DLC launch.
Cyberpunk's actually doing good too.
Yeah, it's still doing really well. It's top 4, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose we can jump in. Where did it have that story?
What's that? Oh, it's gone.
There we go. So,
Yeah.
Cyberpunk has officially sold more than 25 million copies since launch.
Wow. Whatever happened to all the legal stuff that was going on post-launch, where the shareholders were kicking off and looking to get?
I think they just threw that out.
Fade
after a
away.
while.
Yeah, it's threw out the window.
Just through faded
Oh,
away.
yeah, I was actually getting into stuff like that. Actually, watch this YouTuber.
Yeah, so Phantom Liberty, the DLC, has sold 3 million copies in the first week of launch for DLC.
Wow.
That's pretty massive.
That's insane.
So yeah, so Phantom Liberty is Cyberpunk per platform. 68% is on PC.
Makes sense.
10% of those are on Good Old Games, which is obviously owned by CD Projekt.
Yeah, that's
They
funny,
get
isn't it?
100% of the revenue.
You suspect that to be a lot
that
more.
means they get all of the revenue from that.
Yes.
And then 20% on PlayStation, 13% on Xbox.
That's interesting as well. Why is there a 7% discrepancy between those two? I wonder.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
given as well that initially it was awful on PlayStation, wasn't it? Released on
Yeah.
PlayStation
Oh yeah, it's the
4.
worst.
And
Yeah.
removed from PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even, I think it might come down to the fact that just user base.
Yeah.
So PlayStation is bigger worldwide. I think that might be it.
I wonder what percentage in the end Stadia represented, because obviously it's not showing here, but it was probably its
It was-
biggest selling game that it ever sold.
Yeah, I think at one point they did hint at some numbers, like slightly after release, something. And I think it was something. Like, I'm just grabbing a number that comes up in my memory. Back in my memory, might be completely wrong, but I think somewhere like 250,000 copies.
It's definitely in the hundreds of thousands rather than anything bigger.
Yeah, I think it was like
Yeah.
250,000 ish.
Yeah.
Some rings a bell for that. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Good old Cyberpunk. We need Bing Bong. What?
Yes. So for those of you who don't know Bing Bong, we need Bing Bong. That is very true, Miss Phoenix. So I think last week or 2 weeks ago, the cast did a 2 weeks ago. The cast of Baldur's Gate 3, the cast of the companions, they did a live D&D play.
Oh, did
Yeah.
they?
It was live streamed.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was great. It's like it's two sessions of 2.5 hours each ish, and it's just so much worth a watch. It's basically they go on a small adventure, and it finishes like the adventure finishes within these around 5 hours, and at one point they do arrive at basically a fantasy mall. And as they open the door, they go like it's an automatic door. It opens and it says "Bing Bong."
Yep.
The thing is, it's not it's not automatically opening.
Right.
It's
seen
a
that.
imp in a bow tie who sits and opens the door for people and says "Bing Bong"
No.
whenever someone enters or leaves the door. And Shadowheart takes a liking to this imp and basically decides this is now my pet. And brings it along and like loves it. She hugs it. It's the best thing in the world. She like this is her life now.
I was
And
cracking
Lacelle is
up
like,
at the part.
please just don't. Like, can we please get rid of this? So we have our hands full with the others. They suck as well. Let's like not bring another one into the fray. And she's like, no, I love him. And then
Is
at
this in the
end-
game, or was this just something that they
It's
did?
in the like D&D session they played.
Yeah, it's in the. Yeah, it was
And
in
there's a
D&D.
petition to get Bing Bong into Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, wow.
And I hope that
that'd
we
be awesome.
sometimes do. Like, I mean, just have a small building in the city which there's a shop, and then have an imp opening and saying "Bing Bong" when you open it. Like that's all we need. Like we just want to, because
That
he
is so funny.
unfortunately reaches a sad end.
Oh, no.
Lacelle decides to use him as a weapon. Picks him up, tries to set him on fire using Karlach, and then throw it at the enemy. Unfortunately, Bing Bong dies.
Oh,
But since
poor
Bing Bong is an
Bong.
imp, he's then instead of dying, he's basically sent back to Avernus, like the hell, that version of hell that exists in D&D, where imps live. So he goes back there, and he's like, no, I don't want to go back. But then at the end of it, Lacelle is basically killed by the final boss, and I was like, justice for Bing Bong. And that I think it was even trending on Twitter, like hashtag
Wow.
justice for Bing Bong for
Justice for
Shadowheart's actress Jennifer English. She's been like trying very hard to get that to be a thing, and
That is so
succeeded.
funny.
And I love it.
Wow.
Yeah. Like the whole Bing Bong thing was a highlight of that event, whole stream. I mean, definitely worth. I mean, even though I spoiled this thing, check out the whole thing. It's amazing.
That's so funny. But it's
Yes,
also
justice
cool
for
that there's all this kind of community stuff going on as well.
Yeah, and like the voice actors have all started streaming the game lately as well.
Have
think-
they?
Yeah, I think Neil Newbon, who plays Astarion, was the first one because he's been streaming every now and then. But so he was the first one, and invited them over to hang out with him and while they streamed every now and then the others. But then Jennifer English started streaming it together with with her girlfriend, who's also a director of the cast.
Wow.
on the game. So like they have, and then I think Laysel's Actors is streaming it tonight or tomorrow, or maybe it was yesterday. So yeah, there's a bunch of them doing it, and it's just lovely to see.
Oh, mate, I missed all this. I'm choking up.
There's
Yeah,
Poor Bing Bong.
you missed out some, sadness and some greatness. Right.
That is so cool. That is so cool.
Yeah, it is. And while we're on the topic of Baldur's Gate, I just want to mention that Hotfix 8 is
Hotfix.
live.
I'm not seeing this.
A lot of bug fixes, but the most important thing is with the last patch, the cat called His Majesty
Oh,
was a bald cat initially. Turns out that was a bug. He was supposed to have hair, so they changed his model
Wow.
because he ended up being the same character model as another cat in the game, and they were like, no, they were supposed to be different, so they gave him his hair back, and people started rioting. They were like, no, shave the cat, hashtag shave the cat. So, more importantly than any bug fixes in the game, we've shaved His Majesty.
No.
So he's now bald again.
Oh, bless.
So yeah, like if you come across a cat in the game,
Stroke a
speak with
cat.
animals and speak to him because it's amazing.
Wow.
I have to look up.
So yeah,
Yeah. I just want to get this flipping guy out of the way so I can move on in the game. I've been for 2 weeks been trying to find him now.
just ignore him and just move on.
Yeah.
So a couple of weeks ago, BioWare employees were laid off, and some of them are now suing for damages because they were unreasonably poor treatment. So basically, a lot of these people have worked for like 14 years at BioWare,
Yeah,
and
wow.
they were promised proper severance, and according to the law, I think in the where BioWare is based, they need to be paid at least 1 month of severance pay for each year they've worked at the company.
Yeah, it's similar to UK.
Plus- Yeah. So these people have an average of 14 years at BioWare, and they've gotten significantly less than this amount. So they're suing,
Right.
which is good on them. Please do.
This is where,
hope they win.
Georgia or Canada?
Alberta.
Alberta.
I don't know.
Because you've got an Alberta in Georgia, haven't you? And you've got
Yeah.
and then there's Alberta in Canada as well, which is
I think it's
a good question, though.
Canada. I don't know.
no.
But yeah, good on them. Please do. I hope they win.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Twitch is laying off their customer support team.
This really is a good
Well,
news show, mate. You got lined up here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh?
we're like burning through this bad news.
This
so we
ain't
can
no
get to the fun
Wednesday gig. Let's be frank.
stuff. Yeah, no, we're gonna start with the bad stuff.
Okay.
So we can get to the good stuff later. But yeah, Twitch is laying off their customer support team, most of it at least, while they're relying more on outsourcing, and that's never a good thing, right? Outsourcing customer support, that's a red flag in my book.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting. What kind of? I suppose. Well, there'll be AI eventually, won't it?
Yeah, I mean they have massive. It's part of like
9,000?
Amazon trying to reduce their payroll by 9,000 people. Because Amazon is massive.
It always baffles me how many people work for these kinds of businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9,000. What are they doing?
Yeah.
There's only someone's got to come in the morning, turn the turn the servers on, boil the kettle, and then go home after. What's the problem?
Yeah, and like answer some support messages. And yeah, you could probably do that in way less.
Crazy.
Yeah, there's also reported
Oh
like
no!
reports of Naughty Dog laying off contractors and apparently trying to keep the news quiet, which is
But these are these are third-party contractors,
Yeah.
presumably. I mean, it may well be they've just come to the end of their contracts.
yeah. And I mean, even though like we went through this, my job, we in an effort to reduce spending on like we were spending too much. They were thinking so like, how can we reduce spending? Oh, we get rid of the contracts we don't need. The contracts that we have, we see if we can hire them so that they get the same amount of money, but we don't have to pay extra
Yeah.
money to the contracting firm. And the ones that we can't, let's see if we can replace them with a full-time employee instead. And that saved a lot. So maybe it's something like that they're doing. It's like, yeah, we don't, well, like, why are we paying another company money for just helping us find these
Yeah,
people?
exactly.
When we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
probably do it ourselves.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fun enough, the actress that plays what's she called? This character on the
Ellie.
screen, Ellie. The actress that plays her in The Last of Us on the show, the TV show. We've been watching her in a thing. It must have been before. It's called Becoming Elizabeth. It's a really good show. It's a 3-season show on the history of Queen Elizabeth I in the UK.
Oh.
And she plays one of the royal cousin or something. But it's quite interesting because
really
I
good.
hadn't seen her in anything before this.
Oh, I've seen. She's in Game of Thrones as well.
Yes, she was in Game of Thrones. You're right. Yes, I'd forgotten that.
Bella Ramsey.
That's right. Yeah. So that would have been
She's
prior
great.
to the Elizabeth thing, and then Elizabeth was prior
Yeah.
to The Last of Us. She's a good little actress, actually.
Yeah, and also Ashley Johnson, who voices Ellie in the games, is also a great actress.
Yeah.
She can also be seen in, or heard rather, in Stray Gods, the video musical, but also in The Legend of Vox Machina, a animated TV show version of the Critical Role role-playing podcast that is just incredible.
Is it?
She plays Spike. Yeah, it's one of the best things on TV.
I know it gets. It's very popular on Netflix, isn't it? On Netflix.
Prime Video.
Prime. Sorry, Prime.
Yeah. So I think seasons 1 and 2 are out. Season 3 is in production.
Yeah.
Season 4 is already ordered.
Right.
And a spin-off on their second campaign called The Mighty Nine is also in production. So it's doing really well.
That's good.
So yeah, Ashley Johnson is really good. Next up, another sad news. Seems, according to the developers behind the Hatterful Boyfriend, Epic Games haven't paid them the money for the sales that they've made on their platform.
What?
I have this game.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
like it's weird. They are publicly saying, like, accusing Epic of not paying royalties. So hopefully that sorts out.
Any royalties or just a percentage?
It's a let's see if it says down here. It's adding that Epic has not paid royalties on the game since it acquired Mediatonic in 2021.
Crikey. So they acquired the developer and then presumably thought, well, why would we give you royalties? We own you.
So let's see here. In the wake of layoffs that impacted the studio behind the Hatful Boyfriend HD, so the company who made the HD remake is part of Epic and have been laid off. And the
Okay.
developer behind the original have now gone and say, like, condolences for the people who lost their job, adding that Epic has not paid royalties for the original game, which they are supposed to do because they have built the
Right.
HD remake
Right.
since they acquired the company.
That's a bit.
So it
that's
might
a bit
be
off, isn't it?
yeah, it's a bit odd. It might be that someone just didn't realize.
Something's
they
not
had.
quite right. I mean, they're not exactly shy of a few shekels, are they?
Something's wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it might be like, ooh, if we don't just do it, maybe no one will realize we need to keep paying them now that we bought this company. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So what's this ringtone thing then that Al's pimping?
Yeah.
I think it's the Rock Players main theme.
Oh, wow. He's got a little Rock Players ringtone going down, have we? Love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um,
See, I'm not
and the
on
studio-
Twitter anymore, so this stuff's happening in the world of Twitter.
I think it
that's
was on
right.
our Discord, mate.
Oh, wow, yeah, you're on different Discords, aren't you? This is the
I
trouble.
think it was happening in yours.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Maybe I should pay
I think it
more
was like earlier
attention.
today. You've been busy.
I should pay more attention. I have been knee deep in Baldur's Gate, it has to be said,
Yeah.
in the video.
Same here.
Understandable. So yeah, there's. I didn't really have time to read this one through. I don't really know how to describe this one. It's a company called Puny Human is shutting down. After
I saw the James Bond one. He said it was Rock Players.
Oh right. I didn't know. I must have skimmed over it by accident. And I just assumed it was
interesting.
Rock's theme because it's really good. Al Davis Music has made a really good track.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Thank
you.
Is CMA kicking off again?
Yes, they are. Again. So yeah, the Court of Appeal, the Court of Appeals granted them requests to appeal this decision with a one-day hearing set for today. So
this is still related to the Microsoft Activision Blizzard.
yeah.
acquisition.
Wow.
So let's see here.
I thought we've been
So
done.
until the court
Yeah, I
passes
thought it was a done
judgment,
deal.
the CMA must not resume its investigation. So it seems that the primary issue is that the CMA's investigation was that the regulator missed the deadline to start such an action. So hang on, to my understanding, this that reads very differently from what I thought it would.
Where's Kirk when you
No.
need him?
Yeah. No, he was working late today, probably on this.
Yeah. Raffo!
Yeah, I should get Kirk's take though, but
I don't understand this.
No.
The headline
Yeah,
sounds
neither.
like they have are going back to being like, no, you cannot.
Yeah.
it's like all
But
confusing me.
It's weird. It's all the words,
no,
but they're not.
hang on, now I get it. I think, to my understanding, so the CMA
Hmm.
is saying, hey, Court of Appeals, we want to keep investigating this cloud gaming thing.
Right.
But it seems like the Court of Appeals, they're currently meeting, or like today, maybe we'll know tomorrow. But to my understanding, they have turned down, said that like you cannot continue because you didn't start the investigation in time.
Right.
But now they're
course.
appealing that, and I don't know what's happening. It's weird.
It's all
It
one
seems
big
like we'll
mess.
never be done with this whole acquisition.
Seems like it's all a big mess now.
Oh. What did you do, Rock?
I'm sorry, I'm pressing
Oh, yeah,
buttons.
now
There was a big question mark underneath. I thought, what's that? I guess
Yeah, it was a good idea though.
I have to press it.
Yeah, I've done that too. So the new totally not FIFA has launched.
Ah, yes.
The
Oh, it's
EA FC 24.
Okay.
And it's sold less than 30% lower than the FIFA 23 launch.
Ooh.
However, that is probably to be expected
Yeah.
because they've dropped
I
the
would
FIFA
figure.
branding. But it's
Yeah,
also up
yeah.
on
They're not
Switch.
they're not paying the tax, are they? I suppose.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still clocking in at new entry at number 1 in the charts in the UK. So I
Wow.
mean, it's still doing pretty well.
Wow.
What about FIFA?
but yeah.
There's no word on what that's going to become.
I mean, essentially, FIFA asked, to my understanding, FIFA asked EA for $2 billion per year for the license.
Mm-hmm.
To which they said, "Get the fuck out of here."
Right.
And they're just gonna keep going. Like instead of going, because I mean, what they've done in the past is, EA has had a deal with FIFA, and FIFA obviously have some sort of overarching deal with all the sub football associations across the world. So having a deal with FIFA means you have a deal with all of them. You can have all the teams, all your players, and the player names and everything.
Right.
What they've done instead now is they've gone to each individual country basically and saying like, hey, like the UK Football Association, can we create a deal where we can use your the likeliness and things? And they're doing that with all of them. So yeah, that's what they've essentially been doing, and with every single part of the world, basically. So I'm guessing they came out cheaper than 2 billion, maybe only 1 billion for that. But FIFA did say they were gonna find, make their own FIFA, and to compete with them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I was expecting.
But I mean, either they go to Konami and be like, "Hey, PES is pretty good. Can we, you want to call it FIFA and pay us money?" And they will probably say like, "Not that much money," or they will try to, hire some developer to build their own original from scratch, which is obviously going to take a long time. And it wouldn't surprise me if they thought, like FIFA thought, hey, that can be done in like 6 months, right? It's just a video game. It's for kids, right? That's at least my view on how the FIFA executives think. And obviously that doesn't work. So I'm guessing it's going to be a couple of years before we see any sort of competition from some people.
Yeah. Well, they shot themselves in the foot, didn't they? It's the trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Greedy men.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's FIFA,
Not
isn't it?
agreed.
So
John Oliver
I was a
called
bit
it.
concerned that we covered that last topic adequately, Bjorn, on the UK CMA thing. So I've gone off and got one of my chat GPT buddies to do a summary of it. To make life easier for us. I did paste it in the comments, but ignore that. That was the wrong one. That's from a year ago. I've just got it again now. And it says the UK's Competition and Markets Authority has launched an investigation into the dominance. This is a summary by ChatGPT, so it's a little bit easier to read. Has launched an investigation into the dominance of Amazon Web Services and Microsoft's Azure in the £7.5 billion cloud market. The CMA, so this is separate from the Microsoft thing. The CMA will examine the supply of public cloud infrastructure services in the UK and determine whether effective competition is present in the market. AWS and Azure currently hold a combined market share of 60 to 70%, with Google as their closest competitor. So this is essentially the CMA looking at the infrastructure below the retail side. So if the Microsoft and Activision deal was them looking at it from the consumer's perspective, is this anti-competitive, this is them now coming at the infrastructure providers, the people that are providing the cloud structure that all of the other companies are building on, and they're saying, hey guys, two of you have got 70% of the market. That can't be good for competition. So you can kind of see it's an interesting point, 7.5 billion, which actually is probably not huge, but it's going to grow. Ofcom, which is the UK's communication regulator, had previously conducted a market study on cloud services and expressed concerns about the position of Amazon and Microsoft as market leaders. Ofcom identified several features in the supply of cloud services that make it difficult for customers to use multiple cloud suppliers, including discounts, technical barriers to switching providers, and egress fees for moving data out of the cloud. The CMA's investigation will further explore these concerns and determine if there is an adverse effect on competition. They're expected to conclude April of next year. No, worse than that, April 25. So there's a 2-year or at least an 18 months investigation. So one to watch for the future there, I think.
Yeah, that could really shake things up.
Sure.
Speaking of shaking things up, last week, I think while we were doing the show, reports came in that a French authority raided NVIDIA office in France.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit.
Saying that the
Antitrust.
that they're making do some antitrust on the AI chip market. Not technically related to gaming, but NVIDIA is.
So in a way, it's a similar article in the sense
Yeah.
they're saying, well, hang on, you guys are making 90% of the hardware that is powering AI, which puts you in a. And the problem from NVIDIA's perspective is, what do you do? I mean, we can't, if they can be seen to be stifling others from growing, fair, by buying them and killing them, which is a classic business. Then fair dues.
They did try to buy ARM, but that got blocked.
Did they?
So
That's interesting. Wow. Yeah, you can see why that got blocked, can't you?
Yeah, because otherwise, I mean, that was that would create issues with for
Yeah.
Intel and AMD as well. But I mean, the thing is with AI chips, they are basically the only ones doubling down on it like this.
Yeah.
AMD is focusing more on consumer products and like consumer, like step before consumer products, like console hard chips and things like that. Like the chips in the ROG Ally and the game, for example, is a AMD chip. Whereas in NVIDIA, they have their gaming GPUs and the gaming servers, but mainly they are building AI chips for data centers. That's what they do. Google has their own AI chip in their data center, but that's just like one thing they have together with the with NVIDIA. You can use both Google's and NVIDIA's own. They're good for different things. So I think it's in a way it's not as much antitrust, it's more than no one else is doing it to the scale that they are, because no one else can.
No,
It's like so
they got
90%,
out ahead of the crowd, and
yeah, they doubled down on AI a couple of years ago when everyone was like, "Really, AI? Like,
yeah.
aren't you the GPU manufacturer?"
Yeah.
And that paid off.
And they were there, I mean, with crypto as well, weren't they? Everybody was buying the GPUs for crypto, which drove the prices up and forced them to make more cards. And now they're out there.
No word on what this has led to, this raid. I'm guessing it's going to amount to much. But
I mean, I don't understand why they would raid them. I mean, they can tell everything they need to know like, by looking at their accounts, can't they?
That's strange.
yeah, I don't know.
It's not as if they were, they've been hiding information or anything.
Yeah, maybe they were hoping to find like some post-it note with like evil plans to take over the world or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's all of a sudden, there's a whole chunk of gendarmes in France that have got these really lovely 4090 cards.
Yeah.
So, where did they get those from? We don't know. We don't have no idea.
Exactly. Let's move over to some cloud news, guys.
Let's do it.
Some booster news. Starfield has been added to the service. Counter-Strike 2, Life of Pi, Astroneer, Assetto Corsa, Demonologist, Fate Farm, Geometry Dash, Sea of Stars, and Deceit.
I know Crystal. She's played Demonologist.
Which one?
Demonologist.
Oh, that one. Oh, okay. That looks a bit scary. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. I like that kind of a look.
It's a co-op horror game, though.
Actually, I'm surprised. I mean, I'm surprised that Crystal would want to play this kind of game.
She does.
Wow.
She's played. She loves Mortal Kombat.
Toasty warm 4090.
She loves the door.
Wow.
Yeah, so Booster are getting some new games. Some new news that I don't have a link for. I just want to.
These are these part of the Xbox deal, or are these just new PC
I think
games?
Some
of them are, yeah.
So yeah, some of them are.
Yeah.
But not all of them. But also Halo Infinite has been added to it as well. Starfield Synced, some Sniper Elite games, Alan Wake, Quake 2, Tropico 6.
Have we heard any more from Boosteroid on their 4K rollout? It was sort of gone completely quiet, hasn't it?
I think it's a case of they have limited resources. When Microsoft showed up and be like, "Hey, you wanna bring our games out?" They're like, "Yeah, we'll do that now, and we'll do the 4K later."
Pull that out. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I tried Lies of P. It didn't work for me. It's too Souls-like.
That's what I heard Dave said.
Yeah. Have you tried it, Ryan?
I've not had chance.
No.
Yeah, it's nothing for me either. I know Kirk said last week that he was one of the best Souls-like he's ever played, so he loves it.
I know. To be fair, off of him saying that, that's what made me go and play it.
Right?
Did do it for me.
Yeah. Like, if you love Souls-likes, you will have a blast, I think. I don't.
Yeah.
So.
There was another game. Sorry, Ryan.
I've never played Souls games, but the only Souls games I do have that you have to play are Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3.
I just can't be doing with the whole, they're made to be mega tough.
Yeah.
That's just not my style of gameplay. There's a game I play that's like Lies of P, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it was called. Similar art style.
Oh right, yeah, that's French.
Yes, it was set in
French
France as well.
Revolution
Yes, exactly. You know
with
exactly the game
steampunk
I'm
robots.
thinking of.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's called.
No, I can't
But I
remember.
know
I
exactly
finished it
which
as
game
well.
you're
I
talking
completed it. I really
Hey, you
enjoyed
liked
it.
it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great game. I gave a copy away as well at one point. For the life of me, I can't remember what it was called. Let me do a description and see what comes up. You're right though. French Revolution robots game. Steel Rising.
See, right, that's the one. Yeah.
Steel Rising, yeah. But that was a classy game, and I didn't get that from playing Lies of P initially. And I know the guys that are really enjoying it, like Kirk and David, they're going to say, and rightly so, well, come on, Rob, if you only play it for half an hour, it's not a game you can play for half an hour. You've got to play it for some time. But I came up against the first boss, and it was too much of a challenge, and I couldn't be bothered. It's like too many games to play right now.
Yep, same
Yeah,
here.
and I get the appeal. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
Speaking of France, a bit of a teaser for next week's show. I don't know if it's before our show, during our show, or after our show, but on Thursday next week, Shadow has been teasing that they have some news
October
coming.
12th. I can
Yes.
tell you exactly the date because yeah, you almost certainly got the
But we
same
don't know
email that I
when.
got. October 12th. Oh, what the time
Yeah,
on
but when
October
during
12th?
the time.
Yeah, it's a
So,
Twitch stream. Do you?
yeah.
I mean, I know what I would love for
I
them
asked
to
them.
announce, but what do you think it's likely to be? Because they're saying it's big news. I mean, they are saying
yeah.
it's going to be big
I mean,
news.
I do hope that it includes data center in Stockholm.
Oh,
or at
yeah,
least
data
nearby.
centers. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, more data centers.
Yeah.
Because they need more. Like,
Well, they
nothing-
currently only have Paris, don't they? And then
they have-
something in the States as well. A couple in the States.
They have Dunkirk and Paris.
Yeah.
And I think one in the south as well.
but all
In
French.
Europe.
All France.
I think. And they have also one in Germany.
I mean, to be fair, I don't get any issues on lag or latency at all.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I get a little,
yeah,
but considering I'm connecting to northern France,
yeah.
like that's 1,600
Do,
kilometers.
do you collect the Dunkirk one then?
Yeah, Dunkirk.
Yeah.
So it's like 1,600 kilometers. I understand that there is issues,
Yeah.
and despite that, it's running pretty smoothly for me.
I don't know if I'm London. Maybe
usable.
I'm London. See, I'm hoping it's going to be hardware. I'm hoping it's going to be a refresh on the GPUs and go up into the 4
I
series.
think you're right. Yeah, I think also the base tier might get an upgrade from the
Yeah.
1 series to the 2
That
or
would
3
be
series.
good.
even.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if they do that because if they're going to stay, yeah, Rudy.
Oh,
Wow, look at that! I have to say, Ryan's green screen effect is much better than yours, mate.
What's that? I'm off the green screen.
like I'm guessing Ryan has an actual green screen behind them, right?
Do you have a real green screen? Is he on here?
No, it's actually be done with NVIDIA broadcast.
There you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
right,
is
okay.
NVIDIA broadcast, right?
Yeah.
Boom.
There we go.
Look
Yeah,
at that.
but you have.
Look at
I think
guys.
your lighting is a bit. I think getting in the way there.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah.
have a proper.
It's because he's got a pair of tights over the lens. That's what it is.
No, it's all the smoke from the weed.
Bjorn knows.
It's just a mist of weed
There we
smoke in
go.
the whole room.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I actually have a green screen. I never used it anymore though.
Hey, look
Do
at
other
this.
ones.
I've gone all in on the Nvidia as well. Here we go, guys. We're all doing the broadcast.
Don't make me jealous. I can't run broadcast on my PC.
Oh no, really?
I'll
Yeah,
hang out
I-
with you, Bjorn, in my.
Like my work laptop that I'm running
my
this
living
on
room.
is like surprisingly powerful for
Yeah.
like a programmer laptop. It actually has a GPU in it that is 1 series old. It's like a 1060 or like no, it's like a 1650 GPU equivalent. And had it been 1 year more modern, it would have been able to run broadcast.
Ah. Oh well. Never
is
mind,
a
my
bummer.
friend. Never mind. We
Yeah.
all go in at some point that will ultimately be too old, don't we? I mean, we all do. It's
Yeah.
it's the way
And
it
like
is.
I'm at the point where like I don't need to upgrade my PC, but I want to like there's no point for me to upgrade because I'm using cloud for everything anyway.
Yeah.
But the only reason I want to upgrade is for broadcast, and like paying that much for that small upgrade is not worth it.
Yeah.
Like, but I want one. I so badly want broadcast.
Well, don't give in to the FOMO, mate. Luke, don't give in to FOMO.
The reason is I want, like, since I do a lot of scripted videos, and I suck at looking into the camera while reading off my script, like learning the script and looking at the camera, I suck at that. So I keep going like this whenever I record.
Right.
And it's a pain to edit.
Yeah.
Whereas I would just like to have the eye tracking and be like, read my script, and it looks like I'm looking.
But it does look a bit weird, though. I did do it initially when it came out using the old eye tracking thing, and it really is a bit psycho. I mean, it's like
I think
people don't do that in real life.
I think if I just put but for like a video where you want to like cut between you talking and B-roll.
Rudigs, you're turning me on. Stop it, mate.
I can't look away.
Stop with the eye gestures. It's doing it for me.
That's awesome. How you doing, Rudigs?
Doing well. Living my life like it's golden. Oh my goodness. So many games out right now. So much good stuff. Of course. I'm heavy deep into this Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. Idris Elba, great addition. How I see Cyberpunk is I'm in the middle of an action movie. Like, so many things are happening around me. The characters are pulling me in. The acting. I mean, I'm loving it. I love the story they're telling, and I love that I have such a crucial part in it. Mm-hmm. It's great. It's very heavy. It's futuristic. You're taking on such things of epic proportions. I don't want to go into too many spoilers, but there's moments where you feel like, oh my god, I'm in Mission Impossible, and this is wicked. And you're in the middle of, then the next scene, you're in Casino Royale, and you're putting money down on the casino and you're betting, and you're trying to influence the people around you, and you're net running, and it's just so beautifully well done.
Do you have to play Cyberpunk first before you do the DLC? Is that advised? Do you have to finish it first?
So the game gives you an option. I played through all of Cyberpunk back on Stadia, first day release. Got the whole controller with the game. So when I went into this DLC, I didn't have any of my save data, and I just hit straight into Phantom Liberty. It gave me about 15 levels, 20 levels or so, and it threw me halfway into the story, and essentially I was right on the Phantom Liberty storyline, and you can go right through that if you want to and skip out anything else, or you can continue where they left you and just follow their pre-made path.
Aha. Yeah, because I've got it, but I've kind of held back playing it because I thought I need to complete the main game first and get my head into it that way.
Well, I'm just coming off of Lies of P, which, oh my gosh. Oh, wow. The highs you get from beating bosses like that is what I chase in video games. This Neo Wiz, their second game out in the world, man, they blew it out of the park. The critics are going wild. I can't wait until the next portion of this game. What they did was they took Bloodborne and they took Sekiro and they made a baby, and I'm loving it. You have your arm as a utility, you have your other hand as a weapon, and the difficulty factor is risen sky high. Oh, the heart pumping when you take on these bosses is just unmatched. Oh, I just love it.
But you love that old Souls-like and incredibly hard boss thing. I mean, that's your bag.
Yeah, it's that high that you achieve from beating a boss like that. I sat in front of one boss for 2 hours, took a break, walked the dog, came back, beat the boss, and it was like I was jumping up and down. My wife's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Ah!" It's just like amazing
wow.
feeling.
Wow. So many games, so little time.
Yeah.
Oh, Spider-Man
Speaking of
2?
Cyberpunk,
Oh,
Ooh, right around the corner.
yeah.
Yeah, it
When's
is.
that coming out?
very soon.
That's gonna be exciting.
What do we
Next
have?
week?
15
Next week,
days?
Wow.
15-day countdown?
I think so. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
just
something
over a
like that. And
fortnight.
then- yeah, and then the week after that, City Skylines 2.
Poor Hannah. But she loves it. She loves when I'm excited, right?
I like when you're happy.
See? She says she likes when I'm happy.
There you go.
So, speaking of Cyberpunk, by the way, announced earlier today, I think,
Anonymous?
Oh.
Cyberpunk
Ooh.
live action is in the works. A collaboration between CD Projekt Red and Anonymous Content.
Is this for
Live action
Netflix?
company.
It's
I don't know.
Didn't they talk about
It's
doing
for-
something for Netflix other than the cartoon?
yeah, they did
Probably is for Netflix.
Yeah, I'm going
but
for the
I don't think
role
it's-
of Johnny Silverhand, so gotta grow
Go for
in
it.
the hair,
Yeah, definitely.
that
get
sounds
that
like-
look going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So,
rocker stuff.
like, it's not confirmed that it's
Yeah.
for Netflix, but
No.
so
HBO, it says.
the
Oh no, sorry.
yeah,
that's
so the
that's,
director of development at
Yeah.
this company have like
Game of
or
Thrones.
the chief creative officer rather has worked industry veteran who previously worked at HBO.
Okay.
We oversaw production of series such as True Detective, Westworld, and True Blood. Was earlier also involved in production of early seasons of Game of Thrones. Recent things from this production company, Anonymous Content: Saint X, Shantaram, Last Days of Ptolemy Gray.
I loved that. The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray.
yeah,
Did you guys
Time
see that?
Bandits.
Absolutely loved it. Do you know the sad thing about that was, and it's such a great show, it could have been made into a series because the premise was this guy, Samuel Jackson, dying of dementia. So he's got Alzheimer's, he hasn't got very long left. And they ask if they can test a drug on him that will suppress it. Turns out this thing turns you into like a Superman. I mean, you just have your whole kind of cranial abilities to remember and work stuff out, and you become like a Sherlock Holmes. And I thought, oh, this would have made such a great. But it ended. I won't go into the reason why, because it's a bit of a spoiler. But do watch it; it's great if you've not seen it.
Yeah, I did look into some of the things that these companies worked on before. Things like The Stranger and Swan Song, and Stillwater. They've also worked.
Oh, wow.
Been involved with.
So they pulled a
work on The
cast together,
Revenant,
haven't they?
Eternal
They've got a crew.
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So yeah, they have worked on some big name things in the past. And like they've also worked on like Mr. Robot, which is also like I remember what that was all over the place.
It was huge. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, so this is a like big name production company
Yeah.
that is partnering for a.
But there's no
live
indication of whether it's a
No.
series or a movie or where it's
the
going to go.
indication is that it's going to be. Let's see here. Where was it? They will. It's an early development stage and currently commenced searching for a screenwriter to tell a brand new story set in the world of Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay.
And the project is developed in close collaboration with the Cyberpunk 2077 creative team, and more information to come. So
Sweet.
we don't know,
Sweet.
but it's coming. Yeah, that is exciting news.
Do you
that
think
could be
they'll
really
just
cool.
do more anime, as that's where they've already
I hope
had
not.
success?
I mean, this
So,
is specific
why not?
for a live action thing.
Yeah, I hope
They
it's
did-
like
they
that.
say
Oh,
that
so
here.
they're saying live action?
I mean, I
Yeah.
heard there's gonna be
Well,
another.
but they have also said they are going
series.
to make more animated Cyberpunk content as well.
Go on, Ryan.
I heard there's gonna be probably gonna be another anime series of Cyberpunk.
I
Yeah,
heard
I mean, there
that
is one
Keanu
animated
Reeves
series
is
which is really good.
signed up to do something else with them as well.
Yeah, they're.
Wow.
I think CD Projekt kind of. I mean, obviously, the whole launch of Cyberpunk and everything around that was just so badly handled. But I feel like they really picked themselves up and are on a roll again now. I think it would be fun to see what happens with them. They've managed to they built up all of this trust in the company from the community with The Witcher 3,
The Witcher, yeah.
and like up to like The Witcher 1, 2, and 3, and then just threw it out the door with Cyberpunk, and now they've gotten all back again. It feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think, Bjorn? Do you think that partly the problem with Cyberpunk at launch was that they'd kind of developed a game that was ahead of the hardware that was available for it, and it's now kind of caught up with the DLSS 3.5s? And
I think partly that, yes.
Yeah.
But I think it was also a case of them. I think because there were a lot of reports of like how when they announced a release date, most of a lot of the internal team was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
We don't even have we have the slides that we've shown off. We don't have the systems in place. Nothing's done. Nothing's even close to done. We don't even have a game right now. We only have this vertical slice of like this proof of concept. That's all we have. Everything was still in development. They were like all of these things that them through the sites for like this is cut from the game were things that they were just experimenting with at the time. And someone said, "Yeah, we're doing this," and they were like, "No, that didn't really work out. We didn't really like that. We cut that away yesterday. Like, guys, come on." Like the management, essentially stockholders were like, "You need to get this game out now."
Yeah.
And management said, "Okay, we'll do that," and said, "We're putting it out this day." And the team who made the game were like, "We are not ready for that. We're still in the like, let's play around and see what we can do phase." So yeah, I think that was mostly bad management.
Yeah.
Behind that.
Yeah. What sucked was that was like day before release that nobody even got a review code for it. The review code was given out for Cyberpunk. That was crazy.
Yeah, and like the vertical slice they had, that press got to see and that they were showed off later. Those parts were all great because that's what they had built, like the proof of concept. And then building the rest of the game around that was something they hadn't done at the time. So yeah, so I think they'll shape up quite nicely over time. Some Netflix games recap I saw. Just want to take a quick look at it. Vikings Valhalla, strategy game.
Any connection with Assassin's Creed, or is it just?
No, it's within the show.
That'd be cool though if it was.
Well, it would be cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's an online multiplayer strategy game on mobile, which brings so many red flags with that sentence. But at the same time, I do wish it's good. So I gotta try it because I do love.
Any news yet on their first cloud outing?
No. They did. I did see a lot of some buzz around them being like, "Hey, if you've been laid off from Epic, we might be able to offer you something at Netflix games." So they might be picking up a lot of talent.
Wow.
So maybe scaling things up. Who knows? Ghost Detective, Love Is Blind, Storyteller. This one.
Whoa! Go back up. What is this Love Is Blind game? I'm going to talk to him about this.
Dating reality show. It's a dating sim.
Yeah, it's a dating sim.
Yeah, it's a dating sim for mobile.
Okay. And this is through Netflix?
Yeah, through Netflix games.
Netflix games.
Developed as a first-party game.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to have the mobile app on your phone to be able to access this.
So, not really even. I think if you have a Netflix subscription, you can download the Netflix game and log in.
You just have to have the
So
Netflix
Netflix gaming app is different than a Netflix app.
No, I think it's just Netflix. Just the Netflix app.
So you can through the Netflix app. There's a gaming tab where you can navigate through the games that they have.
Even on the TV?
No, not yet.
On your phone only.
No,
not yet.
But if you
That's
click
coming.
the game
That's
on your
coming
phone,
though.
Yeah, that is coming.
Yeah.
But if you click a game on your phone in that list, it will send you to the App Store or Google Play Store page for that game, which is a free game. You downloaded it and then you sign in with your Netflix account, and it will automatically unlock.
So you just go to your basic Netflix app, scroll up, and then there are games, and you just fire the games up and play them.
Yeah, I don't have it on my phone, but hopefully it comes to TV soon enough, because that's like an extra screen, and then that adds to your subscription plan.
No, it's the same. You don't pay any extra for the app.
but adding another screen for access to
unless
Netflix.
It's,
yeah.
Okay, unless that's added. Unless that's
No,
something
you
new.
don't pay anything extra for it. It's just it's part. If you have Netflix, you have Netflix games. Like it's included in it.
Right, but adding an extra screen, I'd have to like go back and forth between my TV
Are you sure
and log
that
in.
the phone adds?
Yeah,
Does
it
it?
adds another screen. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I don't think it adds a screen if you play a game on it, though. I think you can play a game and watch a show at the same time. I don't think that adds to your screen usage.
Right, but logging into my phone, it would create another account, like another instance. And Netflix charges now per instance. You can't have like unlimited instances on unlimited devices.
Suspicious.
But yeah, who hasn't watched
give
Love
it
is
a
Blind?
try.
Come on.
Maybe you can download.
Are you guys in on this season?
I've
Uche and
never
Lydia?
heard of it before.
No,
I have
me
no
neither.
idea.
No.
What? Oh my gosh! Come on,
I
guys.
watch gardening shows and
I watched the first
you know.
season.
I'm a
and
gamer.
It was decent.
Exactly.
It was fun to watch a season of, but not fun enough to go back for more seasons.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, these people meet in pods and they never see each other, and that's how they're supposed to get into relationships. And then when they finally meet each other, it's a big
Blind
reveal.
I do find Too Hot to Handle.
So it is
more
like
fun,
blind
though.
dating then?
It's too hot to handle is I find more fun. Because that's essentially they've taken like
abs
the people who would usually sign up for these
double D's and stuff. It's just,
like Too Hot to Handle is basically they take these people who would sign up to this like dating shows where with like at a tropical resort where all they really do is like sleep with people and like but so they trick them into going to one of those. And then when they get there, it's like, oh no, you're not part of that. You're part of a thing of like basically an abstinence program where we're trying to
you failed.
It's basically like we want to try to get you to for meaningful connections with each other, maybe like build lasting relationships.
You've all failed. Get out of here.
You're all people who will like sleep with 100 people in 3 years. That's the people who go there.
Wow.
And they expect them they don't expect this at all. They're all surprised why it's so much fun when they realize what they're into. So yeah, I mean that is fun. Purely for a ha sort of thing.
I can't. Not at my time of life, Sam. I can't be doing with all that young blood coursing through the veins stuff.
Yeah.
No.
I gotta say though,
don't want to be doing any of that.
Image has me intrigued. I want to check out what this game is. It's a beautiful indie game that's called Storyteller, and I just love this image.
Why has the image been cleaned?
I don't know.
What do you mean it's been cleaned?
No. I just love it. It's not clean. It's not clean. I just love it.
What?
I saw this image and was like, I want to play this game.
Oh, okay.
I don't know anything about it, but it looks so cool.
Well, it's a beautiful indie game that's available on mobile exclusively via Netflix.
Yeah.
Although it's also available on other platforms as Storyteller. You must create stories using preferred platform concepts. I mean, it's everything there that you need to know.
Really good. So yeah, I'm gonna check out Storyteller.
I'll check it out for you while we're waiting. I want to, So,
dude.
okay. See, I think it might be. Maybe it's different in the States and in Canada then for the whole screen thing. Because it's never told me that that's an issue. Maybe I'm just getting billed without knowing it.
Maybe you have one of the more expensive plans that include more.
Well, mine came with Sky TV, which is our kind of big cable provider over here. So I don't really. Just kind of all part and parcel of a package.
Yeah, you might get away from the limitation then.
I've got it. Storyteller, mate. Here it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna download that after. Play tomorrow maybe.
Yeah, but it's Love is Blind. That's the one you got.
That's the one. That's the one.
That's the one.
There is also like a dating sim mobile app for Too Hot to Handle as well, but it's so much on rails that it's like it was fun for like an hour, and I was like, this is just on rails. It's no fun.
So there's one here. From Space is a good game.
Yeah, so Game Pass is getting From Space, Like a Dragon, Forza Motorsport, and Warhammer Dark Tide.
And I think they're all coming to GeForce Now as well, I think.
Warhammer's a good one.
And Dark Tide is already on GeForce Now.
Dark Tide's a great game.
Yeah, but not the Xbox version, but we'll get into
Forza. How do you pronounce it? Forza or Forza? How do you say it?
I think it's Forza.
Yeah.
Forza.
I've always heard it as Forza.
Yeah,
But
'cause I think
it depends, though, right?
the
I mean,
German
it's an Italian word.
pronunciation
I
of
think,
it's
I think
Italian,
the
is it? Forza.
Italian pronunciation is supposed to be
yeah.
Forza.
Forza, like Ibiza. They
With
say
your hand.
Ibiza.
Forza.
I love Italian.
They say it like that in Florida as well, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard great things about Lucky Dragon. From Space looks really fun. I heard good things about it. Everyone talks about Forza being the best, arcadey racer out there. And Dark Tide is great fun. So great get.
How does it compare to the new crew motor thingy bob?
Yeah.
I've heard that the crew is very much very close to Forza,
Right. Okay.
but a bit more. I mean, you can switch to, like, when you're in free roaming, you can switch between like planes, boats, bikes, and cars on the fly, which is a bit more, like, even more arcadey. But they've taken a lot of the things that people love about Forza and put it into the crew. Whereas Forza is obviously the original in that.
It's pure,
style
isn't
game.
it? It's pure racing, and it's yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Very nice. What's the dragon
looking
one?
forward to
What's
trying
that
it out.
dragon one all about?
I'm curious now.
It's a Yakuza game.
Oh,
Okay.
Like
I
a
love-
Dragon is a new monocle of that.
Because they have the whole series on there, don't they, on Xbox?
Yeah.
and
I think
play
this is a new
as
one.
well. That scene.
So yeah, Warhammer Dark Tide. Forza comes out on October 10th.
5 days.
From Space, October 12th.
Week.
And then Like a Dragon, say, take up the sword and as Sakamoto Ryoma, and venture to Kyoto to find your father's killer. Clear yourself of a framed murderer and restore your honor. So it's the end of the samurai era. So this is the more historical samurai era Yakuza. And like a Dragon is like some sort of franchise name of Yakuza, but not Yakuza.
Okay.
Like the not Yakuza, I think.
Because I know I've seen like a Dragon in one of the Yakuza titles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but this seems to be like a spin-off thing,
Okay.
but with samurais, which is cool. Moving on to GeForce Now. Obviously, first GeForce Now block of a month, meaning they will tease us with all the games coming during the month. So, but this week is kind of a big one. There's a lot of games coming, so let's just scroll down to the full list. All of this text they write, like, it's well written, it's good, but I never read it. I just go straight to the list of games.
Yeah.
So this week.
By the way, I want to point
sorry,
out
sorry.
that I won the competition for GeForce Now ambassadors on guessing 3 games that were coming out this month, and
Nice.
my guesses were all right, and I did not pick the obvious Assassin's Creed Mirage. So, what?
Yeah,
what?
I guess from that.
Do you get anything other than
it's all
bragging
about it.
rights, though, Rudigs?
Bragging rights only.
Not even a certificate in a PDF form in your email inbox. What the hell's wrong with them?
They tagged me on a post.
That's
nice of
fair.
them.
Nice. There we go. Bragging rights for you.
I don't even enter it. I've got a clue what's coming out.
So if you play World of Warships, you can use an invite code to World GeForce Now to get some free frees. The game's coming this week. But did not this week.
Have you gone all Daleki to everybody, or was it just
Yeah.
my end?
You can't. You,
No,
you
that's
can't-
probably-
Me as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of hype between the Lamplighters League, Assassin's Creed Mirage for sure,
Yep.
Arcade Paradise. Remember doing laundry and playing video games, and do it in the cloud again. What's Godlike Burger? It's making me hungry.
It's free on Epic. You can go and pick it up today for free for the rest of the week. It's one of those cooking things where you got to run around and do stuff.
A Soccer Story.
Like,
Remember
you play
Soccer
as
Story?
God?
That was gonna come to Stadia. That
Yes,
was
it
like an
was.
RPG
Yeah,
soccer game.
it was going to come to
And
Stadia.
Space Hulk. Oh my goodness, that sounds cool.
Space Hulk.
Yeah.
And
Xbox.
Let's see.
I have an issue with super hot mind control delete. All right,
Oh, hot.
super hot is a freaking epic game
It
in
is.
when you have the Oculus helmet on.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
made
the
for
VR
VR.
version is
VR.
It's one of the most entertaining experiences I've ever had on that thing. They come out with this DLC mind control delete, not available for VR. What? Console
Really?
and PC only.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Although it
Why?
plays
Why?
very differently, though. Keep that. Like, to be honest, like Super Hot and Super Hot Mind Control Delete play very differently to Super Hot VR. Because
Yep.
in
That's true.
Super Hot VR, you're
That is.
always slightly moving, so that you can never completely stop time. Because you're constantly moving slightly, even though no human can be that still.
Hey, speaking of Kurt,
So, hey Kirk, welcome.
So I never
where-
turned it on because I wanted the experience to be in VR, but you're saying that it plays a lot different. It's not like its predecessor.
It becomes because also in VR it's like every level is basically like 5 seconds or something. It's like you duck, you catch something, you throw it, you take that, you kill, done.
I mean, for a ninja, I wouldn't. Don't get into a fight with Bjorn.
I mean, you do it really slow and you fail.
Everything's
50
5
times
seconds.
first, but eventually.
Secret
eventually
Ninja
get
Redbeard over here,
Uh,
code name.
Whereas, Mind Control Elite is sort of like a spin-off, like a roguelike. But Elite, but it and the originals are like longer levels in the same vein,
Yeah.
and same style of game. But it's a lot longer levels, so it's a lot more puzzly rather than like find the quick solution, be done. It's more of a like slower burn.
So here's my
Definitely.
my response to that. You, Super Hot, had a responsibility to give me more content for my Oculus because you gave me such an awesome experience in Super Hot, and to
Super
do
VR
it
is
for
the best video game
consoles
ever.
betrayed me.
yeah,
Betrayed me.
that's bullshit.
The
Because
thing
I
is, though,
needed
Rudy,
more
it
VR
was
content.
first a PC
That's
game,
your job,
then
then.
came to consoles, and then came a VR spin-off. And then Mind Control Delete was just
yeah.
True.
them making more content because people loved it.
Yeah, it's hard to put the sympathy on, but
Yeah.
I
get
want
that.
what I want.
So Space Hulk Tactics, you mentioned you were interested in.
Oh yeah, Space Hulk. What is that? Like,
So it's a
it's
tactics
obviously
game.
not Marvel. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
definitely
No,
not.
it's a strategy game.
Oh,
you-
is this like Warhammer?
Yeah, it
I
looks
think it's
like
like
it, doesn't it?
XCOM, probably.
Oh, XCOM.
Or let's see. Let's check this image. Let's see, like,
Okay.
like the roster. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Warhammer to me.
It does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
very much like Warhammer. It is Warhammer. So it's a faithful
Ah,
adaptation
yeah.
of a
Well
board
spotted.
game set in the 40k universe.
Wow.
This is a digital
Okay.
board game.
It's been out for 4 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, well, that's
Interesting. They
coming this
onboarded
week.
it now.
Surviving Mars is already on GeForce Now on both Epic and Steam, but now also the Xbox Game Pass version. And it's a great city builder. It's basically a city
Oh.
builder
It's a
where you
sim,
try
isn't
to build
Yeah.
a Mars habitat while Mars is trying to kill your city. Essentially.
So Elon's job.
Yeah, basically. Like I
Yeah,
think there's
okay.
even like a fictional space company called Space Y in it.
Ah,
But yeah, it's.
Oh, look, it's a
basically trying to
pirate
build
ship.
a stuff. Yeah, and this is a stealth strategy game called Shadow Gambit. Unfortunately, I think this studio closed directly after releasing it. They ran out of
No
money,
way.
but it looks really good.
It does look good.
And
I guess
from the
they
same
lost
company
that
made,
Shadow
like,
Gambit.
Ninja.
Yeah.
They made like was it Shadow Ninja? I think it was called. Like another like stealth strategy game. Looks really cool. The Epic Games version is now on GeForce Now.
Nice.
Nice. Dicey
Dungeons, I've heard good
Dungeons.
things about. Yeah, I've heard good things about this one. It's a roguelike.
I like the name.
Where you, like board game sort of dungeon crawler, where it's like instead of a card game, it's a dice game, and then you roll your dice, try to do different attacks and defeat. This is like dungeon crawl. In roguelike level.
This is like your blue dog thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I can see
That kind of
the
level.
similarities.
I can understand that.
But yeah, it's. I've played a little bit of it. It's fun, and I've heard really good things about it.
Mate, how the hell is your PC still operating with all those tabs?
Oh my god.
That's why I was sounding like a robot before.
Oh my
and I was
gosh.
hoping we could
Sometimes
go
I
through
go
these.
over to my wife and I'm
God.
like, you have way too many tabs open, and you just blew
But I
her tab
opened up
record
all
out of
the October releases. I want to take a look at them.
Yeah,
Or
he's chippy and
So we can
over
take a
right now.
proper look at the games you were interested in.
Oh,
Godlike Burger,
Godlike
for example.
Burger. Oh, look at those emotions.
yeah.
Yeah. So
God.
this feels like Overcooked vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
exactly
Oh my
that.
gosh, look, he's getting stabbed in.
Oh,
Oh my,
no.
is he making people?
That was
So
he
it's
was using his
Overcooked, but
hand
with,
for meat.
management
Cooking
skills
weird
things
meat.
as well.
He's cooking a whole
But
thing.
what's
Yeah.
is the secret ingredient people?
I think it is.
It's the
Yeah.
customers. Oh
is.
my goodness.
Alien.
Wow.
It's the
Oh my
Sweeney
God.
Todd of burger manufacturers.
Oh,
So yeah, you're on the craziest restaurant in the galaxy. Stun, poison, and kill customers in many devious ways, and then turn them into burger meat. And don't worry, alien
guess there's
customers
no
will keep
repeat
coming if you're
business.
smart about it. Because cannibalism is just too damn tasty.
That business strategy is out the door when you
It's,
do
yeah,
this.
kind of, yeah. So you're in space, and you're turning your customers into the produce. So yeah, ever decreasing circle. So it's 187329. Okay, got it.
There we go. It's free on Epic. Claim
He's
it.
bought it.
Oh,
Just like I
wow.
just did.
Yeah, look at that.
Now you're added to some list though, Bjorn. So
Yeah.
I'd be careful.
I'm fine with that. Finally, on GeForce Now, the
Age of Empires 2.
Definitive
I
Edition.
love Age of Empires.
Is this the one with the Corvette? I think
Yes,
this is the one with the
yes, yes, it
Corvette.
is.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
and I
What?
can't for the life of me remember the cheat code for that now.
It's
I
the
used so many
cheat
times as a
code.
kid.
You put it in, and you
Yeah.
get a Corvette with rockets,
Cobra.
What?
and you can go blow stuff up. This is the only thing I remember of Age of Empires 2.
Like this game.
Ryan,
was my
Ryan
childhood.
remembers the cheat code. What is it?
I've tried.
I have Cobra.
I remember the ones for Age of Empires 3, okay?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like this game was my childhood.
Oh, man. Man, I feel
Like,
stupid
one of my-
Such a
remembering.
sad childhood, mate. I want to give you a cuddle now.
No, but like, one of my earliest memories
Stupid for not
of
remembering
playing
the
video
cheat
games
code.
and being like immersed in video games
Oh, my God.
was I had been playing this game for like a year at home as a kid. I usually had friends over. We would play it together on on a single PC and like help, make decisions together. And then one day my dad found like a broken surround system, and he fixed it, and realized it wouldn't the interface wouldn't interface with our old TV, so he plugged it into his PC. So we ended up playing Age of Empires 2 with a surround system on. It was a lot of fun because essentially, you would you would hear gunshots from like the cannons and catapults and like the all these sounds of combat all around you. And so one of us would sit by the computer and play the game. The other one would like act out what was happening just based on the audio alone. In the rest of the room, we had a lot of fun with that.
That sounds
For
like
days.
fun. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, like that's what I remember. When I see this game or hear this game, like that just clicks
Yeah.
into my memory.
My childhood was
Age of Empires.
horseshoes.
And hand grenades.
Yeah. Scrabble. That was it for me.
And obviously, Assassin's Creed Mirage out today.
Ooh.
So yeah, I have it through YouTube
Yeah,
Plus, so
man.
I'll definitely give it a look on Tuesday live.
Well, Ryan's getting it next month for his birthday.
Say,
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're playing it Tuesday, and you're giving it away on Tuesday as well as part of the mental health day.
95% sure I am.
Okay.
So yeah, this game it has been on my radar for a couple of weeks, and it's finally out. I don't know why my PC's glitching, but yeah.
Could do with
This
this
is
in
basically,
Britain. All my English folks know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so Station to Station is a minimalistic, relaxing game where you build railways in a voxel art world that just looks so good. It's so gorgeous. And there's like a challenge mode. Wait, I don't know why it's flickering like that.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
all my tabs.
Nobody needs that many tabs open, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
you're
But
right.
definitely check this game out. It looks really cool. I don't know.
Look, you're gonna be tripping Rudigs. He's not gonna be sure what it's going on in here. This looks
so
really good. Yeah, I love the look of this.
Is really good. So from Heron Schemes and Paradox Interactive, it's a strategy like XCOM-like, with a mix of stealth, like third-person stealth as well, where you're like it's the end of World War II in an alternate universe. All the good guys and heroes have died in the war, and like the Nazis are trying to find like magical treasures of old, and the only guys left to stop them and try to find these treasures first is the thieves and scumbags of the world, but still like who are still good guys. So you have this ragtag band of misfits who try to sneak behind enemy lines, find these treasures in like Indiana Jones style adventures while playing like an XCOM-like game when you end up in combat. Yeah. Yes, Miss Phoenix. Usually, like it used to be, I put all these tabs in like a list in the Word document and open one by one. That proved to be ineffective. I just opened up all the tabs now. Usually I'm like one tab at a time, guy. But when doing this show, it's like tabs galore. But then I make sure to close everything down before I'm done. It's also kind of satisfying. Like you when you get to the last piece of news you want to talk about in the show, you have like one tab left. You close that, and then you close the show.
All you got to do is run it in shadow. I mean, you just put the whole thing in shadow, and then it's not going to affect your PC, is it?
Yeah, you're right. I should do that next time.
Yes.
So I think we're on the... Yeah, now we're on the list of games coming in October to GeForce Now. We have Yes, Your Grace, which is a role-playing strategy game where you're trying to manage a kingdom. That I've been quite keen to try. So the Xbox edition. I don't think this is on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, no, it's not. Meaning that, hang on, that means you can now start buying games on the Microsoft Store.
Interesting.
And play them on GeForce Now.
That's a first, isn't it? Isn't that?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
They haven't really talked about that.
No.
Like, I think it's just one of those, like, oh, by the way, that just happened. Like, figure it out yourselves. Or this is coming to Game Pass. I don't know. I don't think so.
I've not seen it mentioned anywhere.
Yeah, same.
How old was the game? If you scroll down,
this game is
2020. So yeah, 4 years. Okay, yeah. 3 years.
Might show up on Game Pass stuff. They have Veiled Experts. What's this game? It's an early access game from Nexon. So some sort of tactical third-person shooter, maybe. Innovative multiplayer. I don't know.
It's Control vibes, actually. Some of those graphics.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good from the graphics. It
does look
and
good.
Nexon is. Nexon is, making some good
looks
games.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mixed reviews, but I mean, that can change over time.
It's early access as well, so I'm presuming it's kind of beta form.
And the Xbox and Steam versions of Vampire Survivors is coming to GeForce Now in October.
A game that you don't need to run in the cloud, though. Come on. I mean, this
Yeah.
is
I mean,
beyond
to be
low
fair,
demanding.
When I run this on my phone, the final minute.
You do with that many tabs, Rudigs.
I mean, if you're booting this up on a 4090, you're not going to get ray tracing or anything. You may as well locally play
I'm
it.
not playing it without DLSS. It ain't
Although the
happening.
chaos of the final minute of a level that will make a lot of systems struggle a little bit. Like you barely notice it because it's just so much things going on your screen anyway.
Mhm.
But I mean, I can see the final minute being a little bit smoother here. Yeah, great game. Costs basically nothing. The mobile version is free. Rock, did you ever play this, Rock? I remember I pitched it to
Yeah, I
you
played it a little
heavily.
bit. I mean, it is fun. You know,
It
I'm
is.
not a massive retro player, but to be fair, I enjoyed when I played. I know that Stuart on Renaissance Cast, he loves it. He plays it a lot. And Ray used to play it a huge amount as well before he discovered Snap.
Yeah,
Very addictive.
I
game.
think I haven't completed everything in the DLCs, but I did complete unlock every character and finish every level.
But do you play it mobile or do you play it on?
mainly mobile?
Yeah, I mean it's a perfect mobile game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Although I do want to try it out on PC. See
Me
if
too.
it plays any different.
with the high
So, yeah.
res graphics.
Exactly. We have tiny football. Classic top-down football of the 80s and 90s.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, that's something.
How much is it?
Yeah.
Krona?
It's
8. Euros. 8 euros.
Yeah, 8.28.
That's
Quite
about,
cheap.
that's about 8. Yeah, about $8.
Well, no, hang on. That was more games. Oh, it's even cheaper.
Oh,
6.30.
6. Crikey. It's throwaway, isn't it?
Yeah.
$5.
Yeah, it's usually $10,
Okay.
but currently on a 30% discount. Could be fun.
Well, yeah, if you like your football, it's not of interest to me.
You have the Surge from 2019.
This is a roguelite, isn't it, from memory?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I played it. It's actually good fun, but I can't be doing with the whole start again from scratch business.
And I mean, looks good graphically. For
I
a
think it's the one
4-year-old
I'm
game, it
thinking
looks
of.
amazing.
I think it's the one. Yeah, but there's all cutscene stuff they're showing you there, mate.
Yeah, but still,
I think it's the one I'm thinking of.
Pretty
Let me
like-
just double check.
while you do, I can mention that Supraland is also coming. It's a open world puzzle platformer.
Supperland.
Supraland.
Oh, Supraland.
Oh yeah, maybe it's supposed to be pronounced that way.
This is a great game, by the way. I love this game.
Yeah, it's not on Game Pass either, right?
No, I
think it
bought it
is.
and played it on GeForce
Yeah.
Now, I think.
Another one of those
Or
that's
Steam.
not on Game Pass, but you can play it on the Microsoft Store version on.
That's an
Now,
interesting point. Yeah, another interesting point.
Yeah. Streets of Rogue, something there. It's a roguelite about player choice freedom and anarchic fun. Emergency gameplay elements of immersive sims and RPGs. That's a lot of genre mixing.
Surge is a Souls-like, Dark Souls,
Okay, yeah.
based on Dark Souls. It's a good
Yes.
game, but it's more Rudig's bag than mine.
Yeah. Then we have Resist, Reclaim, Survive, Repeat, another roguelike, I think, with Star Renegades. Also not in Game Pass. There's a lot of them.
That's
A lot of
interesting.
like,
Yeah.
smaller games or world games. Dynamic MMO FPS with survival horror elements set in an open world of the Chernobyl exclusion zone called Soulcraft. It looks kind of retro-ish.
Oh, knock off Minecraft. It's like,
Knock off Minecraft with guns in Chernobyl.
Is
An
it?
MMO FPS.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It's free to play though, and it's dropping on GeForce Now on during October.
that's good then.
Why is it free to play? Micro transactions.
Probably. I mean, the reviews are mostly positive.
I don't know. Everything you look at's in Swedish, mate. I don't understand it.
all the menu things.
Completely unreadable. What the heck is wrong
It's
with
all
you?
English. Only these
True.
things are
Other
really
than the
good.
main text, which I grant you is the only important thing.
Then we have Sifu. Surely this is on Game Pass. I remember this.
Japanese
was on
game.
Pass.
That's right.
That's
Yeah, that was nominated for Fighting Game of the Year.
Yeah, the
wow.
Microsoft Store version is joining.
It's not Japanese, it's Chinese. Whoops.
Narita Boy. Never heard of.
That sounds like an insult
80s
to me.
Flashback to the 80s. That's this weird like CTR screen effect on the screen. As well.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That's,
I've seen other games like that. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
yeah,
Takes you back to my
It's
old
a-
Texas TI-99 days.
yeah. It's a platformer.
I might give this a look.
Yeah.
Is
Take
this,
a
great
look at it.
start.
is this not a Game Pass one either then?
It's only 3 stars.
Doesn't seem
now?
like it. It says
Oh.
buy instead of like including the Game Pass.
Should be better.
Oh
Metro
dear
Simulator.
God, Metro Simulator 2,
Oh, it's be something for Lee.
where they have
Yeah.
the unique game featuring a recreated Moscow Metro and realistic train controls.
Oh, you gotta watch out for the
Simulator.
bombs.
Yeah, so for the sim fans,
AKCD.
Moonbreaker,
Moonbreaker.
turn-based strategy tactical skirmish game. Now, isn't this the one? Hold on. Isn't this the one with like made in? Like I think it was Brandon Sanderson made the story, and you can paint your miniatures.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
like you
yeah.
can like, and it's like in super high detail. You can go in and paint them, like you paint a normal mini, but you do it digitally, and then you put them onto like a board game, like Warhammer style board game battlefield.
So is there a separate physical board that you can buy? And then,
No, it's all in- all
it's all within
digital
the
in the
game. Okay.
Yeah, and I think this sort of, like the story is written by like Brandon Sanderson or something.
Who's that?
One of the biggest fantasy, sci-fi fantasy authors over the
Oh,
last couple
okay.
of years. Who's also like insane, yeah, Brandon Sanderson. He puts out like 16 books a year.
Wow.
He's just churning it out, and they're all really good apparently.
How
Wow.
does he write a book in less than a month?
That's insane.
He like sleeps for 4 hours, then he
Chat
goes up and works. And then,
GPT.
Yeah,
he has this weird thing where he's
You
sleeping.
got it right.
Like he sleeps in shifts
What?
during the day, like several smaller naps instead.
Well, so do
Yeah,
I,
he's-
but I'm not putting out a book a month.
He has a crazy work schedule, and
That's longer than normal,
schedules
dude.
time for family and
That
everything.
is amazing.
Yeah, so
He's a
this
savant.
is a game that's on my radar.
Round of applause to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see it. You can paint like the details of it.
It's
and
actually
put
quite
that
good
on the
fun. I
board.
like the look of this.
Yeah, this is like a strategy game, kind of like XCOM style.
Hmm.
Phoenix.
Yeah, I think this could be fun. Then we have Heretic's Fork, where you take up a position of manager of hell.
There's nothing worse than when your cutlery attacks.
Exactly.
Oh, kind of sound like Cult of the Lamb.
Ah, yes.
And then we have Forza Motorsport.
Yeah. There we go.
And then For the King, which is I think a board game style role playing game, maybe or something like that. Pretty cute graphics. Yeah, so it's like here's a mathematics style combat.
Okay. That seemed interesting to play.
Yeah, I agree. It's a strategic RPG with tabletop and roguelike elements.
Ooh.
Another one that's not on Game Pass. Seems like.
Hey.
Then Daymare.
Oh, you know, I've seen Nerdsworld play this already. He streamed this once already.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch this with a 10-foot pole. But we all
Really?
know that.
Because of what? Because it's scary.
Yeah, I hate being scared.
I know.
It's Resident Evil like, is what it is.
It looks good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. This is a game I can't recommend enough. But I don't know if it's been out a long time. But it's a really good game. So basically, you are like defending these villages. So it's like these guys will come and attack. You put your 4 units somewhere on the map. You can move them around during the assault, and then you'll be assaulted by these guys coming by boats, and they will try to burn the houses down and kill you. And then when you defeat all the waves, the level is cleared, and you move on to your next island. You're like basically hopping through islands, trying to get away from this invading army, and just like saving villages along the way to get some resources to upgrade your units. It's really, really good. And yeah, definitely worth one to check out. I think it is also available on mobile, and the mobile port is really good as well. So yeah, real-time tactics game. Then we have Jusant. Never heard of this one, but it's a meditative action puzzle game with climbing. So you're trying to climb a high tower. So if you're scared of heights, maybe this is therapy.
Yeah, that'd be my kind of game, man.
To be fair with Fitness Phoenix, I just claimed it in case I want to play it. Because it looked cartoony. Cartoony horror is maybe fine, I don't know.
Good point.
Oh yeah, basically how it is for games. For free games, man. You can't go wrong with free.
Exactly. This is a game I'm kind of interested to try out. Headbangers. It's a rhythm battle royale. It's a bunch of rhythm mini games where you're a bunch of birds. It's like follow the leader thing kind of thing. So you're pigeons trying to have the best rhythm. It's just a bunch of mini games in a battle royale. What's it like?
So basically, if you get the rhythm wrong, you're out, and then it's the most rhythmy person at the end that wins.
Exactly. And with pigeons in crazy outfits.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a game for everything. Coming last of October. We have Alan Wake 2 this month.
Nice.
Ah, yes.
I think it might be not on Steam, I think.
I've got to play
Maybe
Alan
the
Wake.
Epic exclusive.
I've got to finish it.
Yeah, another one of those I won't play. But it looks amazing.
It does look great.
Yeah. Out of Finland.
Is it?
Remedy. Yeah, Remedy Entertainment.
I wonder how far we are from where literal game graphics look as good as that. You know, that the whole kind of animation and everything looks as good as that in the game itself.
I think the Uncanny Valley is going to be there for a couple of, like maybe the rest of this decade.
Yeah.
For most games.
Yeah, you can tell though. I mean, like, it just is obvious, isn't it, still?
Yeah. But Remedy makes some great cinematic games.
There was the other one on Xbox which I really enjoyed as well. I forget what that was called, where you're solving. There's an actress that's been missing for a while, and each of there was even some booby action, which was bonus.
Immortality, I think it was called.
Immortality.
Yeah.
That was actually a really good game. It got nominated in quite a few places for awards and stuff.
Yeah, and that guy is because I played one of his previous games called Her Story, which is a thing like you're trying to figure out who murdered this woman, and you get like just pieces of clips and you try to piece together what happened.
Yeah.
Same style.
Same basic. Yeah,
and it's just like hundreds of hours of, or like maybe not 100, but like tens of hours of filmed footage.
Just amazing.
Like video, just
Yeah.
chop it up and transcribe it, and it's a lot of fun. And the interesting thing about Her Story is it will not tell you that you completed the game. You will be like, I think I've completed it. I think I understand who did it. I think I've figured out the story. I know who did it now. But you don't know that you're right. And there's no there's no end screen. It's just
right.
I think I figured this out now. I think I've seen all I can. I'm just gonna close the game and move on.
Right.
Which is an interesting way to do it.
Wow.
And then we have my most anticipated game this month, City Skylines 2. it's just City Skylines is just a lot of fun, and the second one seems to be very much improved. So, anyone of you gonna play this?
Nope.
Yeah, I will. I'll probably get into City Skylines, especially if it's on GeForce now and I can get it through Xbox PC Pass.
Yes, that is confirmed. That is happening on day one.
Yeah. I liked the first one when it came out on the Stadia. It obviously piqued my fascination being an architect. So, yeah, I enjoy creating the cities and stuff. However, I always ran into issues. Like there's always traffic issues or sanitation issues. So there's learning curves.
Yeah, I've been playing this game on and off since it was initially, like, the first one was initially released back in 2012, I think it was. And like I don't play it very often anymore, but I do jump back into it every now and then, a few times a year, and it's always just fun to build a nice city of like 100,000 people and then move on. After that,
can you blow it up with a nuke or something?
Not with a nuke, but you can, at least in the first one, you can trigger. You can trigger it, but you can also, like, it happen randomly. Natural disasters like meteor strikes or tornadoes or tsunamis.
Wow.
Like that, which will wreck parts of your city. And then you can, like, in one of the DLCs for the first one, you can like set up like alarm systems and like safe houses and things for people, so that people can evacuate in time and things like that. And then you need to go in and have like a cleanup crew to go in and rescue people. And there's a whole thing about it. But yeah, it's a great city builder game. There's, like, let's just put it this way: the first game made it so that EA put SimCity in the bin. They stopped, like,
really.
EA released SimCity, the last SimCity, the year before, like 6 months before City Skylines came out, and it was kind of bad. And then City Skylines 1 came out, and it was so much better that EA just went, all right, we're out. Let's not do any more SimCities.
Crikey.
So this franchise killed SimCity by being so much better.
Yeah.
So that's a fun story. And I think it was a team of 12 people who built the original one.
No.
Yeah. And then we have Laika Age Through Blood. It was a Western-inspired Motorvania. Interesting thing to call it. So Metroidvania styles with motorcycles.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
coming
like
soon in October, apparently, because it's listed for October release on Years Now. Hot Wheel Unleashed 2.
Hot Wheels.
Coming October 19th.
That's a good little game.
Now. Yeah, it is fun.
I love Hot Wheels.
Then Hellboy.
Oh boy. Oh yeah.
A very interesting art style.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's the basis of the game? What is it? RPG or?
It's an action adventure in a roguelite genre.
Comic.
The original story written by the creator of Hellboy.
Did Marvel adopt Hellboy?
Think so, maybe. Let's see who's publisher. No.
Hellboy.
Yeah, looks cool. Very interesting art style.
Yeah.
It's like a comic come to life. Then we have Alaskan Road Truckers Simulator. You want to go up and drive roads in Alaska.
Be good in the snow.
Yeah, I mean, you have SnowRunners for that as well.
Wizard with a gun.
Yeah, Wizards with a Gun. It's an online-based co-op game where you're trying to survive in a magical wilderness full of dangerous animals and mysterious mysteries. So it's like a Magica meets Don't Starve, looks like. Could be interesting. I like the name and the look of it, so why not? We have Lords of the Fallen, October 13th.
Oh yeah, I played that bit before.
and that will be coming on GeForce Now as well, day one. And finally,
Yeah, this will be a game that includes challenge, and it'll have one sword take on a massive boss type of situation.
This is your type of game, right?
Yep, it's the type of game that wins Game of the Year, like Elden Ring. What? My games rule.
And then finally, for all the Trekkies out there, Star Trek Infinite.
Yes! I love Star Trek.
Which, like, have you played Stellaris?
I've eaten a couple.
So, like, this is... I think this is started out as a sort of spin-off on Stellaris in a sense. This looks very similar to Stellaris in some of these images, and basically it's here is a galaxy. You start on one planet. You try to expand your empire in space. It's like a strategy game, grand strategy game. This seems to be that, but taken into the Star Trek universe. In a so it's like a proper grand strategy game where you manage your galactic nation, but in the Star Trek universe. So you'll be able to do diplomacy and gather resources and go into every single solar system and colonize planets and extract resources from planets and use that to build your empire.
Sorry guys, I gotta jump. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
I've got to head out. Has we got much left, Bjorn, or are you?
No, this is final piece.
Okay.
So I'm gonna close my final tab now, guys.
No, there's nothing there. It's gone.
There's nothing there now. So, that's it. That's the show done.
Oh, well, he left just seconds before the grand finale. The part where you announced that all the people on the show today get a voucher from Steam. Woohoo!
Exactly.
What a shame. Sorry, Rudigs.
Well, that would be something.
That was there's how many games have they announced? Something like 69 games or something.
61 games announced for October, including this week. Yeah,
crazy.
And we all know that there's usually games coming this month, during the month, that is not announced in this initial coming this month post. There will be games not on this list that will drop as well.
Yeah, there'll be others for sure.
So yeah, I think this must be the biggest release month ever for GeForce Now.
Yeah.
This is good for them. Fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll still be playing mainly Baldur's Gate anyway, but still.
I know.
Same here.
I'll still be trying to find that dude years to come.
Ignore him and you move on. You're I'll fade that quest. And then beeline out of there.
I need to find someone that's got a step-by-step YouTube tutorial on how to find him and get him out of the way. I just can't.
I must admit, I have at some points just been like, where is this guy? I'll just Google it and be like, oh, he's over there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's already wikis for this sort of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's a huge amount. IGN are always out there really quick with the whole gameplay.
Although I noticed they just list the way they did it.
Yeah.
In their walkthrough. So I'll come across something and I'll be like, and then you do this. It's like, but I didn't. I did it this way, and that person's dead. It doesn't exist anymore. What the hell?
Yeah.
So it's I mean, they do say this is one way to do it. They don't say that this is the way to do it.
The way. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing about the game, isn't it?
Yeah. But guys, what do you have going on this week? Anything of interest?
Ryan, what you got?
Me, I'm hoping to stream some more BG3, possibly Assassin's Creed Valhalla before I get Mirage next month. And I've been getting to some Disney Dreamlight Valley as well.
I haven't played that for a while. I need to crack that open again.
It's it. So, if you want to catch me streaming, I'll be on Twitch at Crobat, CR0WBAT. Also here on YouTube at Mr. Reaper the Beaver. Also find me on Twitter at Master Beaver. Also find me on Kick as well at Reverb.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great to see you as well, my friend.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, man.
Awesome, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Rock, what do you have planned for?
I don't know, mate. I mean, it's all up in the air for me at the moment. I've got my head so much into creating these videos. I'm hoping that I'll be doing a members only tomorrow, and then back next Wednesday, I think. In the meantime, I've been trying to do a video a day, although I didn't do it today. I spent all day writing the script for the cyberpunky thing. But yeah, loads of this kind of stuff. This is the main show on the channel now. This is the one everybody turns up for.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, should keep it.
the time works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when we started this, like a little over a year ago.
Was it a year
Yeah.
ago? Was it?
Yeah, I think we started in
Wow.
August last year, so a little.
Wow.
It's been a year and 2 months.
I just can't remember anything anymore. My brain is mush. Like my little
I
friend
remember
here.
the first show that we
bless him.
did, you, me, and Holtz, and I
Yeah,
think his mic, his camera didn't work the entire first
No.
show. If I remember.
that's
correctly.
right. Yeah, no, he had the old hardware issues, didn't he? Bless him.
Yeah.
Good lad.
That way,
Good
I mean,
lad.
I think we've cancelled 2 shows in total, and then we've had I think people have jumped in last minute and taken over for when I have been
Yeah.
able to jump in a couple of
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
But I mean, we've been doing. I think this must be like show number 60 or something.
We missed it. It's a shame we missed the anniversary actually in August.
Yeah.
We should have
Please spoil it.
capitalised.
Hang on,
Yeah,
when
we
did
should
that
birthday edition. What's happening? How about yourself, my good friend? What have you got coming up? Tuesday's a big day. Of course, a Tuesday. Are we
yeah,
doing something on
Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday? As will you.
Yeah, so Tuesday is a big one. Big charity stream for.
Oh, yep, that's
to,
right. Chris is going
Yeah,
to
so
be in.
anyone who wants to
Awesome.
stream on as part of that, just let me know and I'll send you.
And
everything
you also
you
be
need.
see me too, Crystal.
Yeah, you actually definitely join as well. So basically, like if you want to stream as part of that, let me know. Just drop me a DM on Twitter or Discord or wherever, and I'll get you the link you need for the where people can donate and the overlay if you want to use that. Of course, you could set up your own charity thing stream with your own cause. Although in that case, I can't help you with the giveaways. But if you watch Rock stream and you donate to that, you're still in the running for the giveaways. Like, it doesn't have to be my stream. It's anyone
Okay.
participating in the campaign.
But we'll all have set times and things which you'll be publishing.
More of a case of let me know when you start so we can put you on the schedule so
Okay.
people know when you go live.
All right.
But then if you go, at the same time as someone else, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the people who don't go at the same time don't have too much of the same audience. But even if they do, I know people. Some people tend to have like 2 tabs with 2 streams open at the same time. I don't know. That I've seen people do that. So
Yeah.
personally,
good.
I
Well,
can't keep up with what's happening if I do.
You can't
but I
keep
know
tabs
people.
open, mate. We've seen that in operation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was a nightmare.
Exactly. Yeah. No. So
couldn't believe that.
Tuesday, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Mirage for the first time. I'm saving
Oh,
it
yeah.
until then. Even though I could play tonight, I kind of want to, but no, I'm not.
Nobody would tell if you wanted to. I'd keep it to myself.
Mate, it's in half an hour. It's 1 o'clock over here. I should
I
head to
know.
bed.
I know.
But I wanna
You could
play
do the
Mario
tutorial.
right
You could
now.
play a little bit of tutorial though, just to get your head into
Yeah,
that.
I
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna be completely
Okay.
blind, and I've
Don't
intentionally
lie.
not watched any gameplay apart from like the official trailer on like Gamescom or something
Yeah.
like that. Like I've stayed away from it as much as I can.
I don't
because
blame you.
I know I'll be playing it, and I just want to go in kind of blind. But yeah, and then on Saturday I'm going to this whole event with Free League Publishing hosting a Dragonbane event.
Ah.
Nice.
So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna get to maybe try ask some questions to the creators and things like that.
Wow.
So that's gonna be fun. My first time going to an event as a member. Like, I'm not on the press list, which is weird. Like, when did I become press?
Is it a Swedish game then, Bjorn?
Yeah, it's
Ah.
made here in Sweden. The first edition came out in the 80s in Sweden.
Right.
But the first like this is the 11th edition, but it's the first edition to be translated into English.
Wow.
So yeah, and then yeah, working on my Baldur's Gate video. Probably won't get done this week, and doing some music reactions over at the That Bear Reacts channel. That's pretty
Absolutely
much
spiffing, my friend.
Yeah.
You've gone all bokeh on us as well. Well,
Yeah, I don't know what's
me.
happened there.
No, it's not. It's
last
not
time
on.
this
It's not
happened,
on
I
the
actually-
actual live stream. Funny enough.
No, it's my camera. Being like, because it's like over here now. That's the focus. I don't know why. It does
No,
this every now and
but
then.
looking at it on the live stream, you look as if you're in focus. It was only here locally that it seemed to be out of
That's weird.
focus. Yeah,
It's back in
Yeah, now
focus.
it's back again. I don't know.
yeah. Very
Because
odd.
it was like, because that happened like in like meetings as well when I worked.
Really?
And it's like it's something with the camera. I don't know what it is.
Unless I
The
don't.
autofocus just goes haywire.
Oh, I know why. I wasn't on live. Now there I am. Well, with my doggy friend.
Yeah,
Brilliant
your
stuff.
dog and your robot.
Aye.
But guys, thank you so much for joining us,
Yeah.
and we'll see you for another show next week.
Yeah. Take care, guys. Great to see you, Ryan. Take care, my
Take care,
friend.
guys.
You too.